What is going on, Cowboy Nation? How's it going? Welcome back. It seems like forever. Has it been an whole off season since we've been on? I know at least it's been since last year. But welcome back to Primetime Studios, our first broadcast of the 2023, whether it's not season, but, year. Like always, coming back from last year, my co-host, GameTime Bryan. What's up, Bryan?
Primetime Phil.
I got some internet issues here.
What's going on? Yeah, I'm hearing myself twice. I think it just disappeared. I see Gina Thorne. I see Ruben Wolves. What's up, Ruben? 24/7. What up?
Man,
Mike Aldana's in the house. We got our resident Eagle fan, Twiz. Angelica Barone, Bet Tech. I did not know that. That's awesome. Yeah, how's everybody doing? It seems like it's been forever.
Yeah, I'm gonna be trying to do my thing over here on this side to try to get it to go out.
I think it's telling me that it's been forever, people. I don't know. I kind of think that how it's going to end up tomorrow. I mean, I have a lot of topics, but just hearing what's going on with the Giants, the line for the New York Giant game is already up to 16 points. So I guess they're not going to play anybody. I guess Vegas knows that the Giants are going to set everybody. I don't know. Is it me? Are the Giants that good? I mean, I understand that everything's locked in for the Giants, but you really think they should be sitting everybody? I mean, you're not you ain't some juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
I think you would, especially, and Twiz could tell you this. The Eagles have broken the Giants' hearts over the last 15 years. Last minute, overtime, just sticking the dagger in them. A couple years ago when the Eagles didn't play, the Giants got screwed. You would think they would want to, do something, but it's just a little frustrating that we're basically going to come down to Eagles are going to roll tomorrow. So it is what it is. But, how is your internet, Phil? We good?
Yeah, no, it's saying that I'm having 50% drop rate, so we'll see. That's why I'm asking the chat to see what they're hearing on their side. How is it coming off?
A little bit. I got the one topic out of the way. It looks like the Eagles are going to get an easy win.
No,
it is what it is, man.
Yeah, let them
part of it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't really.
We were worried about it. We should have beat Green Bay or Jacksonville, right?
And that's the
thing.
That catch from Noah Brown is a little bit more meaningful, or the drop, I should say. That when interception pick six. I mean, a lot of those things, hey, they're sneaking back up. I guess that's Cowboy football. We had that last year, but there's definitely a lot of stuff that we don't have that we did last year. Remember all the flags and the offense couldn't move the ball, and even with all the struggles that they have, the offense is still being able to move the ball under Dak Prescott. So. As much as there are stuff to cry about, there is a lot of things to be positive on too.
Yeah, I rewatched. I forgot I had the Eagle game on my DVR, so I was kind of watching that earlier this afternoon. Yeah, let me just watch it. And it was amazing, man. He was I think he was 24 for 24 against his own. I mean, he was just unreal. Dak after that stupid pick six. But anyway, we're here to talk about tomorrow's game. The Washington Redskins almost did it. The Washington Commanders, the left hand up Commanders, they stink. But they have a good defense, but I don't know what's going on with that team. We should be good. The pick is in here. May surprise some people, but I can't go against Dallas at this point. I don't care if we have our backups or not.
No, James Nooks as well. I mean, when you're talking about this stuff, people that are not going to be there, of course, James Washington, man, that's a name that the unicorn, the one I thought was gonna, I was on the side of I thought he was gonna do better than obviously that he did. I didn't think he was gonna come in and be Amari Cooper or anything, but I definitely thought there was gonna be an elevation.
Did anybody pick him up?
I don't believe so.
Anybody picked him up?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things rotating around this weekend. I mean, the fact that the two teams are playing at the same time, I think that's the only benefit because you're going to have people trying to win. Obviously, you're talking about the Giants. You can't control what they're going to do.
Man.
again, going in front of ours, who are we playing? I mean, we're playing a backup as well. I mean, a guy, it seems like they love to put that brand new quarterback in against Dallas to see, hey, let's see what he does, and if he does anything good, oh, I can't believe Dallas sucks and everything, and if he does anything bad, yeah.
Angelica's saying she lost the feed.
See, that's what I'm saying. Hold on.
Are we good? Yeah, Ruben. Yeah. We're out.
We're like 60%. It's like, I don't know why the internet is all of a sudden just like.
That's crazy.
I mean, it dropped a lot. Let's see if I can do this instead. Do a couple of things here. Hopefully, I don't know if anybody can see this or they're hearing us.
Yeah. Let us know if you still have us.
Yeah, I think it's just
all good here. All right, Brooklyn Joe says all good.
Yeah, I mean it's back and forth. It's saying 65%.
Like Angelica's in Tampa, so maybe she's having some. I don't know. That's all far from you, so I don't know. The feed is back. Okay. He's having some internet issues, peeps. So.
I don't know. A little part of me, do I just go ahead and stop it and I restart my internet and start it again?
I'll just go with it at this point. Just let us know if you guys lost it. At this point. Yeah.
So anyway, here we are, Washington. The team that can't get their mascot correct. Anytime they do anything around that.
What is up with that? What is up with that? You finally got a commander, and now your mascot is a pig?
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that? What are you doing? Man, it's just ridiculous. But whatever, man. That organization is absolutely lost their minds. But whatever. All we got to do is go in and get a dub.
Okay, hold on one second. You continue talking. Let me figure out something.
All right. So, let's go with the playoff, or you know what? Let's do Damar Hamlin. It's pretty incredible. I mean, just last week we were watching him on Mark's Live, and I knew when I saw it the way he went down, it kind of reminded me of the Hank Gathers situation. If any of us older people can remember that, when he passed out on the basketball court, it kind of reminded me of that. And I knew right then and there, man, what.
All right, let's see how this is going. Okay, Bryan to come back in. If you guys are here, and you probably can't hear me. All right, Bryan, you there? Hold on.
Are you good?
Hello, Bryan, you there? He can't hear me for some reason.
You want me to restart the modem?
No. No. Don't do anything like that.
There's no average, by the way. I checked.
Yeah, I see that. I'm trying to get into it. I can see him, but he can't hear me.
That's what I'm saying. You want me to restart the modem?
No, sweetie. I just restarted it.
Oh, you did. Okay, sounds good, sweetie. I'm just trying to help you. I know you're stressed.
Why is this doing this? Yeah, Comcast is being a pain right now.
Nothing is connected though.
What is going on, man? I don't think I have any volume here, but I got to chest out to see how it is until Bryan comes in. Uh, yeah, so I guess here we go. Slowly but surely. I restarted it a couple of times, and it looks like Comcast is finally cooperating. Here comes Bryan. Oh, man. Can it... This reminds me of the good old days. The first day that... See, I have to keep on putting it. This is the stuff that I have to battle with. Hey. All right, let's go back. Are you there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Oh,
Are you
man.
there? Can they hear us?
Oh my God! Here we go.
This is BS. I'll tell you right now. This is broke ass media.
Oh man, this is. Well, I mean, that's a little shout out to Mark.
But it's not the point. What are the odds? You have internet all day, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
I had no problem.
It up.
Yep, no problem at all.
I'm sorry, people.
I apologize for that, man. Oh man, I was like
12 people hanging in there.
Yeah, man, I really honestly appreciated it. We're coming back around. Man, okay, now I can finally concentrate on it because I'm looking at the thing and it's showing that we have great internet going on right now.
Thanks, Comcast.
Yeah,
we
don't
charge me enough.
Yeah, exactly.
I
got fiber optic.
That, so.
I got fiber optic cables too, so I have the fastest crappy internet. So when it
anyway, Phil, you need to talk. Get it off your chest.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Like, where do you want to start? Let's get into this game tomorrow.
I want to start at the quarterback. I always love to talk about the quarterbacks first because obviously they're the people running the team, helping to push the offense. I was jumping on a big little rant about how teams love to, use their new quarterback to go against Dallas because why? They have nothing to lose, and if Dallas actually does anything, well, it's just because there was a backup quarterback and it means nothing. So, was it 3-4 weeks in a row? It seems like we're playing some backups.
Yeah.
So listen,
yeah. That's fine because the schedule we had early in the season when we didn't have Dak and we were still winning games. You saw, and I can't help but bring this up, okay? I don't know what to believe with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is having a great year for the Eagles. So, I don't know what I'm saying in regards to him. I think Mahomes, just watched him. He's the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Far and away. But you saw the Eagles missed their starter for 2 games. What was their record? They lost 2 games. I'm sorry, Twiz. You're still in the house. I think you know that if you don't have Jalen Hurts, you're up shit's creek. You ain't going 4-1. You went 0-2. So, Jalen Hurts is playing tomorrow based on the line. Not a lot of Giants are playing. I expect Dallas to come out, to transition to our game.
Mm-hmm.
I expect them to come out firing. But I think, whether they admit it or not, I think they're going to be some scoreboard watching. I don't think they're going to pull everybody. I think they'll go into the fourth quarter and then go from there. But at that point, you might as well finish it out. Maybe 6-7 minutes to go, they pull everybody type of deal. If we have a nice lead, it's going to be sloppy again tomorrow. I was going to go up and hang out with Mark, but I've had a lot of stuff I got to take care of and to do the 2.5-hour drive up there and be out in the rain. I know Mark, based on last year, he's going to be very busy. I just decided against it. My wife can't go. So it was kind of like I'll be doing that by myself. Just didn't feel like making the trek. But I think it'll be a good game up until the second half. We'll see what Dallas does, Phil. What do you think they're going to do? Think they're going to play 4 quarters?
I think obviously there's going to be that person in the background scoreboard watching. So I mean you're gonna have that. I mean, it can depend. If the Eagles all of a sudden get up by 30 points, you're gonna probably see the starters come in. It depends on how close the games are. But I could definitely see that one game getting kind of out of hand. But what is Dallas gonna do? I mean, that's always the question. I mean, even if it means nothing and. Are we where the Giants are? Are we going to just start resting people to get used to it? Should we stay on a rhythm? I think McCarthy's kind of method is to just keep going, keep plugging away, and we can't worry about what other people. And I like that. I want my quarterback to not. I think I'm hearing too many people. I don't want to play Tom Brady. I don't want to play Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to play. Who do you want to play? Like who do you want to play to get to the playoffs?
Listen,
you got
the playoffs. Man. We have to have an attitude of bring one. Bring all. It doesn't matter who we play. Like I'm tired of hearing, listen, man, do you want to? I mean, there is no easy path. You got to worry about you. You got to play your game. You need to be, aggressive on offense. You need to be attacking on defense.
Yeah.
No, if you're not, you're going to lose anyway against anybody. So I'd rather have the home game. Obviously, I would rather have the home game. You let Aaron Rodgers off the hook, but that's not going to happen. We're going to Tampa. Yeah, we're going to Angelica's backyard. It's going to happen. So we'll see what happens. I think they should be fine. I really do, but
that's
it's the playoffs. You saw what happened last year. The Eagles got annihilated by.
Let me do something real quick. I'm going to switch over real quick. You're not going to hear us for a second, but I need to allow I need to do the chat. So I want to be able to do the chat. So we'll go back here. Boom. Now we're back. I want to be able to have you guys be able to do the chat, so I had to kind of break away to try to put that back in there. So sorry about that, but hey, look, a new wallpaper, man.
Football. Where did you hear that, Angelica?
Yeah, I was hearing a number, Monday Night Football type of games atmosphere, but
Jesus.
yeah, I think it's just because of the whole.
Language.
I just don't like it. I don't like the whole possibility. You're going to be putting somebody behind. We only had so many days to rest, and getting all of them in a weekend. Wild card weekend and all that.
Well, listen, at this point, if you tell me that we're going to play on the following Sunday, the last game, then whatever. I mean, I don't know what to think about that. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the
NFL
is kind of all over the NFL is kind of all over the place when it comes to all that stuff. Again, like I'm with you in the sense that who are you going to play? I don't think you have a choice. You just put your blinders on and you just go. Like
you can't.
I want a revenge. Yeah. Is it going to be a revenge tour? Yeah.
Well, you can't enter any game in the NFL half-stepping it. You need to go full. That's how you get hurt, is when you half-step it. I think we'll be fine. Tomorrow. I think Dallas is going to be fine tomorrow. I think the game will get closer than it needs to be, just because that's the way I think it's going to go. We may pull some guys out late, but anything can happen. But I'm just a little frustrated at the Giants. Yeah. Listen, man.
If you're a Giants fan,
they are.
I was gonna say people. No, I was just gonna say if you're a Giants fan, you're used to the disappointment. But I mean, they do have a more recent Super Bowl.
Why they're doing it?
No,
they're going to Minnesota, so I do they're going to Minnesota unless the Niners choke, which we all know that's not going to happen. So they're going to Minnesota. So I don't blame them, but you think these NFC East teams would have a little pride, that's out the window. They're just getting ready for the playoffs. I don't blame them. It's just frustrating.
So let me ask you a question.
It's like, why are we playing our guys then? I understand why, but then one part tells me, God forbid, somebody gets hurt tomorrow. For what? But you got to play it.
Yeah, Mark Hutchins says it perfectly. We play to win no matter what. No excuses. And that's true, man. It's just whether you're putting backups in. You saw that earlier in the year. We got to rally around the defense that allow, to even have a shot. And they led us. And now you're seeing a little bit more of the offensive side lead the Cowboys going into the playoffs. You're hoping that maybe we collide together, and both of them, the offense and defense, are leading us in the playoffs. So it's a good time. I think, again, like I said, I keep bringing this up, but I compare it to last year, and I get really excited because I do see the potential to this team. It was definitely a lot better than what I saw going last year. Like I had no hope. I obviously there's always a chance that you're going to win in advance, but we saw all the holes that we had. We saw how the San Francisco game turned out. A lot of the fears that we had, whether it was the flags, whether it's the offense not being able, the wide receivers not being able to get open, Kellen Moore doing his Achilles heel thing, the defense was so there was so many things going in. Now I don't feel those same things. I don't obviously they get in their own way, but again, I don't feel all that same, turmoil that we had last year. What do you feel going into the playoffs?
Listen, I kind of want Tom Brady. I've said all along I want home. I want to play at home, but that's not going to be in the cards. Now we got to hope. I want Tom Brady. But we gotta hope, okay? Because if we beat Tom Brady, we're gonna have some momentum there. Okay, everybody's gonna, everybody's gonna, pick against us.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta hope that the 8th or the 7th
can take care of business.
Yeah. The 7th or the 6th seed, can get a win. You're only gonna take one of them to get a win. If we got to root for the Giants, as sucky as that is, we got to root for the Giants. Because if they win, then they get to go to Philly, or the following week. Now that would mean we would probably end up having to go to the Niners.
Yeah. Right. Let's get that revenge tour going, man. The Real Deal points out something we were really lucky.
Well, no. Because the Eagles, let's assume it's a pretty good assumption that the Eagles are going to be the 1 seed. You get the bye, right? So it would be 2 against 7, right? So they
1 against 7.
So whoever the 7th team is, I'm kind of rooting for. I don't know. I'm kind of rooting for.
Are you talking about wild
Detroit?
Card? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at somebody knocking off. Like if Michael O'Donnell was saying we got to beat the best, but all it takes is 1. Listen, I want to play our division, so I'll play the Eagles every day and twice on Sunday. That's who I would have played. Our record is Dak's record is 17-1. In his last 18 games against the NFC East. So, so we have to play it out in our head. Eagles get the bye. 2 play 7, 3 play 6, 4 play 5. So we got to root for the 7 and 6 seed. That's what we got to root for.
I'm on that fence where I just want to root for good football, and I am just interested to see what this path, because it could be definitely a feeling of a revenge type of tour to get there. That's definitely okay. I'm okay. I don't want to worry about who's winning that way. I'm just happy that we're going into this week and we are in the playoffs. We're not having to. Well, we got to win, and then we have to wait till Washington. We don't have to do any of that stuff. I agree with you. I love that.
At the end of the day, you can only control what you can control. But when I'm watching these games, I'm just telling you now. Yeah. We need to root for 7 and 6. Because that'll give us a chance to get a home game.
Home game, yeah, exactly.
So.
I mean, there was somebody pointing out. I saw some fan pointing
Mark
out.
Hudson's in the house. What's up, Mark?
That the last.
I haven't gotten to these people.
The last road game that the Dallas Cowboys actually had won, and I can't take this stat personally because there was somebody else that found it, was the 95 championship game in San Francisco. That's the last time Dallas won a road playoff game. Am I wrong? I mean, I saw that and I was like, wow, I thought for some reason there was something in there, but I think they may be very accurate on that. I don't. Yeah. I mean, but if I look at this team, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but if I look at this team,
no, you're good.
They're 12-12. That hasn't happened since 90. I mean, McCarthy's bringing a different culture. So when people bring the history of the failure, it's just not within this coaching regime.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, McCarthy he won 12 games last year, and he's going to win, most likely, unless they have a meltdown, 13 this year. That is impressive. 13 wins. What's that? That's 25 wins in 2 years? Come on, man. Yeah, I don't know how many years McCarthy has left on his deal. What was it, a 5-year deal?
Yeah.
This is big. Because he had the COVID year. That was his first year, right?
Yep.
And then he had last year was his second year?
Yep.
And
this is third year.
Okay.
Yep.
So he's still got plenty of time on his contract. But listen, man, I'm not in the market to give up these draft picks for anybody. I like what McCarthy's doing. I really do. This team is ready to play most times.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the way he coaches, man. I'm happy with McCarthy. There's nobody out there. You see what these teams are doing, going through coaches. We got a quarterback. Kellen Moore. Hey, go to Denver, but that ain't gonna happen.
No, I mean, there's a lot of mixtures. I mean, obviously, if you see, I want Kellen Moore to go over there, and then if Miami makes the mistake of firing their coach, I'd rather take.
I'm hearing about him. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm hearing about Miami firing their coach, Phil. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I thought so too as well. I thought so. The problems that he's had has not been something on his side. It's been more about availability. Bryan, video went out. Okay. I don't know. Is it my internet doing it again? Is it? I swear I got such a bad thing about what happened that everything that just pops up happens. Can you hear me, Bryan, at all? I guess we don't have Bryan. Well,
That's
see.
what the NFL wants.
Oh, there he is. There he
Playoffs.
is.
Yeah. What's that?
No, I guess my internet connection is unstable. Yeah, you didn't see that coming.
Don't worry about it. If we lose it this time, assalamu alaikum.
Yeah. But let's talk about the quarterback, because I've been trying to get on there. Real Deal brings it up how we've been lucky with Romo and Dak, and I mean we all remember those years that we have Quincy Carter and Vinny Testaverde, all these guys trying to fill in to try to get that quarterback position right for us. If Dak has another team, if he was on another team, everybody would talk about what a great quarterback he is, and that is the truth, man. I was talking to somebody about the whole, the contract. You don't pay your quarterback, somebody else is going to try that as well too. And if Dak was playing anywhere what he was playing now on another team, oh yes, you are definitely correct. He would be getting all the credit and about how he should, comeback player of the year, whatever. But they definitely doesn't. They like to focus on the negativity. I think everybody's correct when it comes to that. But let's talk about the other quarterback on the other side. I mean, Sam Howell
he's the best quarterback on the roster, and he was a rookie. They should have played him from day one.
Yeah.
Why they would not. I mean, I understand. I do understand, what they were thinking. I'm looking at Rio, Mark's buddy. I hung out with Rio a couple times. He's of the ilk that next year they want, draft a top 4 quarterback, and have 2 young guys, him and Sam Howell. You should have played. I understand you were in the playoff race, but were they really a threat? He should have seen time prior to now, because Wentz was ass, and the other guy's a backup.
Yeah, Heineke.
Eyebrows. He's a backup. He can come in there and spark you, but week in, week out, he can't, sustain it. It's one of those deals, almost like a Garner Minshew.
And Pat
Thompson's not getting the job done. But you know what I mean?
Right.
That's
putting Wentz back in was so lame. It was.
That was stupid. That cost them the playoff.
That did. I think
they would have won if they would have started Eyebrows. I just do.
Yeah, 3 in a row. Was it 2 in a row, 3 in a row that he lost? And so I guess maybe Riverboat Ron.
I think Sam Howell should have got in beforehand, but I can understand. What they're thinking. But yeah, Sam Howell's very talented quarterback. He's a rookie though. We should have no problem with him. He's going to show flashes. He's going to make plays.
Jack Meeker.
Like Michael Aldana said, we need to get up big, make them one-dimensional.
Yep.
And then it'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree. They have some great receivers. I think, I'm not going to say great in the sense that like a lead or anything like that, but they have very good weapons compared to previous years where they would only have maybe one guy that you would have to really worry about. Yeah, they have a couple of guys that sprinkles into that, and you just got to get that quarterback that can get it in there. Wentz, for example, he just holds on to the ball, and he's not looking downfield. He's too busy about the rush that's happening in front of him. So of course, I think Bryan hits the nail on the head when he's talking about how Heineke is a lot like Fitzpatrick, where he'll give you that, that boost. Okay, our offense is not scoring, and you bring your backup in, and then all of a sudden there's life. He has that ability. I really think like a Frank Reich type of guy. But as you go to the next step, they got some pretty good running backs as well too.
Well,
and then their line.
We're gonna have a problem if we do what we got to do. We're gonna win the game.
And that's it.
What I was talking about. If they added just real quick, if they added that 8th playoff team, now Washington would need the game. You know what I mean? It would really have made it interesting and take away the buys. I'm sorry, Twiz. I wanted, to see the buys be taken away. To see, the AFC and the NFC melt down because their number 1 seed's not getting the buy. That didn't happen, and now they're going to have some kind of if Buffalo and the Chiefs meet up in the championship game, it's going to be on a neutral site. Did you guys hear that? That's crazy.
Yeah, that whole thing when I was reading it, I was like,
Yeah, so that's what happened. If that happened, or is it or no? If Buffalo and Cincinnati, is that what it is?
I know Cincinnati. Cincinnati can't get the number 1 seed anymore. So I think
I don't know.
So there was
I forget that.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
But it was Buffalo and
Buffalo,
Kansas City had to
Cincinnati.
tie. Like they were both winning, or if they both tied.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. And I keep going to it until we're out. We have a shot at the Super Bowl. If you've watched Mark's channel and you see the orb, there's a lot of weird things happening lately. We got Stewart, man. He's still pulling some strings for us, I think. And people think it's hogwash, but sometimes things happen. I think it could be our year. The big juggernaut team in the NFC is the Eagles. No offense, Twiz, I love you, but our record against the Eagles is very good. Dak's record, I'll take that any day.
So as we're talking,
the Niners. That's how we got to look at it.
No, I'm looking at a lot of these guys. Pat Thompson says he's going to be watching the O-line more than anything, which is understandable.
Yeah,
I think
interesting.
I think my fear is more the secondary. Again, I'm not saying Anthony Brown was this amazing All-Pro corner, but there's you're definitely missing him. I mean, you get more bigger plays on that side than you would have. Kelvin Joseph, as everybody likes to put it, Burtman Toast.
Toast.
Let me ask you a question.
That was Kelly.
Because you have a couple of people that are excited. Some people are like, let's go back to reality. But what do you think about the move for Xavier Rhodes bringing him into the practice squad? What do you think about that?
It can't hurt having Xavier Rhodes. I don't know how he's available at this point. Honestly,
well, the Bills released him.
But I know. But I mean,
is the Bills secondary amazing?
Coming up to me with a mud stick.
You're like, he got distracted. That mozzarella stick's got him distracted. Ooh, something cheesy. Yeah, exactly.
Messing with me. I did my own spot. But yeah, so
yeah, you don't even remember what we're talking about. The mozzarella stick got you sprung. No, man. We're talking about the secondary, Xavier Woods. We're talking not Xavier Woods. Listen to me, Xavier Woods. Xavier Rhodes. Xavier Rhodes. My bad.
Xavier Woods is back.
Yeah. Oh my God.
God. What is
No. I'm excited about the move as well too. Putting depth into this secondary. That hey, we're iffy. We have some moments here and there. You're hearing some rumors that possibly in the offseason Byron Jones might be released from Miami. Do you bring him, pair him up with the Diggs? This is what Byron Jones. That was always my problem, was because that there wasn't
a lot of depth.
Yeah, it wasn't.
What this does, Bill. This says, boss man, you're not playing a cornerback.
I think Pat hits it right here. He will be our coach on the field.
Well, you can expand the rosters in the playoffs, I believe. Think you can? I'm not positive.
My coach is making fun of me. He's like, who do we get rid of to get Xavier Woods though? Xavier Rhodes, yeah, I think that's where you saw the James Washington release was to add that. But it's practice squad.
Stick in your face.
Yeah, so the practice squad, they signed some other people also to the practice squad as well. I mean,
they are loaded. They got Antonio Callaway.
Yeah, that's
Cleveland. You guys remember him from a couple of years ago. They are not hesitating on getting talent. We are pretty deep. We got Tack McKinley. Hasn't seen the light of day. Yeah, but if God forbid we suffer anything, we're deep. We have guys who can come in and play that aren't going to be, oh my God, what am I doing? These are seasoned veterans. So I'm good. We just got to hope that that Parsons is ready to go. I think how our playoff run's going to go, Phil, is how our defensive line, if we could stop the run, and if our offensive line can keep Dak upright.
Yeah.
And
so
it's going to be one on the lines. It always is.
Yep.
Make no mistake about it. It always is.
So let me ask you a question. If you could, you got guys that are going to be out, which I think is not because they, necessarily need to be out, but they're just, taking that safe bet. LVE, Tyler Biadasz are going to stay out.
Yeah, Biadasz is going to be good to go, they said, for the playoffs.
So I definitely like Turpin. I heard Turpin has an illness, so Turpin will not be playing, possibly. So See if he's feeling better by that point. Then maybe you always have that possibility. But
That's Bruda.
If you
doesn't
could have,
look like the Giants are going to play their starters, buddy. The line has jumped to 16. It was 14 this morning. Yeah. That's just telling me. I'm sorry, I was answering.
No, it's true. I'm good. No.
Yeah, he missed our beginning. It doesn't look like the Giants are going to play anybody. No. It is what it is.
Our beginning was bad.
We had to exit the show. Phil was having a malfunction with his internet.
Yeah, you can't. You can't rely on me on this stuff.
Hey, come on.
Yeah, but I agree with Glimmerman. We got depth. Put him in. Let's go after the quarterback. You're going to get guys like Hankins.
Major injury tomorrow.
You're going to get Hankins back. That'll help the line with the running game as well too. So there is definitely some guys coming back that you can get excited about. But you see, this team is still balling without these guys also in the lineup, and I think that's been the constant. Even though with all those inconsistencies we're talking about, can you stay out of your own way? Can you do all this stuff? The one consistency is that the backups have played a role in where we're at right now, the depth within this roster. So when you see the front office, you got to give them a little bit of credit. They're at least going after some guys that have made a difference. I mean, I don't expect Xavier Rhodes going to come in here. He's going to popping people out of the Pro Bowl competition. But
you know how it works.
It could be Ty.
You know how it works. You don't want to God forbid one of our guys gets hurt and it's late in the fourth quarter and you got Rhodes that's activated for that game. I'll take Rhodes over Boss Man Fat. I just will. So, and don't forget, we get Mackenzie Alexander too. So we have a veteran.
Yeah. Some guys that have already played, some games under their belt, so that the nerves of the playoffs probably were not going to affect them as much as they would other guys. So I mean, that's where the veteran leadership comes in. I like the fact that can you get a key play out of him? Can you get like a T.Y. Hilton where you need him on 30th down and he swatted the ball away, or he got a key interception? That's what you need. You don't need this guy to come in and just all of a sudden become the starter and just pushing people out of the way. You just, Wright has been doing pretty well too. So, what are you pointing here?
I'm pointing to. I'm listening to you.
No, go ahead.
I'm pointing to Jack Meeker. And he dares Hurts to run the ball. And this really gets into my main reason for Dallas winning last week. Just making I don't care. It could be 30, the line. Eagles have to play. Okay? They have to play the game. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm annoyed with the Giants not playing their starters, because I'm telling you, New York, you had a good chance, to beat them. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I mean, Eagles are banged up, man. Eagles are banged up. You're giving them the home field. It is what it is, but at the end of the day, Hurts has got to play. And part of Hurts' game is running the ball.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now, with that injury.
And it doesn't matter if it's a backup hit. Yeah.
He's done.
Yeah.
He's done for the playoffs. They're not going to put him out there again on his...
I think you got that a couple of people with them. I mean, you got Lane Johnson. I mean, as much as
Lane Johnson's got a tear in his abdomen. He can say he's coming back all he wants. He needs surgery. Okay,
that's a tough son of a gun.
Good luck with that.
Yeah,
it's
just takes one.
It's basically a sports hernia, but it's bad.
Yeah,
it's a tear in his abdomen. Think about that. Imagine the pain he's in. He's going to be shot up, but.
Yeah, And Glimmerman, we've been preaching that a while. He says we all know that Hurts running the ball will be his demise. Soon he'll be hurt again.
And it's not even just Hurts.
It's not. No,
it's not even just Hurts. It's anybody.
No,
that's not how you win in the league. Now, to their credit, they're on a roll, right?
Mm-hmm. And when he stopped, wasn't in there. They did. That whole just pure passing. I mean, again, Minshew can do, but the pure passing again wasn't.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
He got hurt again.
Yeah,
People
and Lamar's
say,
amazing. I think Lamar's amazing. I'm
saying, but that the type of quarterback. Look at Justin Fields. He missed time because he ran the ball. Mm-hmm. You're not long for this league if you're going to play that way. I'm sorry. Now, to Hurts' credit, he has really turned into a good pocket passer. But people have to realize the reason why that is because the threat of the run. Defenses are playing him a certain way. So if you take the third of the, you run away, then good luck, Jill. That's what makes you special.
And Gliverman's right. That's why Dak isn't running as much as we want him to, and it's true. I mean, again, I want the quarterback, even if he's rushing around. I want his head looking downfield because I want that possibility of getting a big play. But yeah, you definitely see it. And when he jumps, I mean, when he does it, you're seeing his feet leave the ground more, where he's not allowing that foot to be trapped anywhere, and so you can see stuff.
That was a freak injury with Dak. Dak had one hit a couple weeks ago where he kind of flung his feet up. It was a little sketch, but yeah. And getting to Jack Meeker, he's stuck watching the Eagles-Giants. Jack, just double check. I checked on my TV, and I live a half hour from Philly, over in Jersey, in South Jersey Shore. My local cable has the Eagles game on one channel and the Dallas game on the other channel. So you might have them both. So just double check, Jack. I got the Dallas game. I wasn't going anywhere to watch it, so I was like, oh, shit. And I wasn't going to Mark, so I'm like, I'll be watching the Red Zone. No, it's on. And I'm live right outside of Philly, so
So what do you think?
Jack, you might get them both though. Like, look on the other channel.
There's some. No, I was just going to say that there's some guys on Washington, as we're talking about these games and stuff. There's some guys on the Washington defense that you haven't seen this year. For example, Chase Young is coming back. Do you see him making any kind of big impact? Maybe he'll have a play or two.
Listen, man.
Sweat's not there.
Washington's got a good defense.
They do.
Have an awesome
great
line.
Defensive line.
Our offensive line is, I'm sorry, it's not looking. I watched.
It's not terrible.
I watched Tyron. He struggles at times. Not down in and down out, but he's getting beat by those fast guys, not the big guys. He's getting beat by the Thibodeau type guys. So
he's not a spring
chicken
chicken anymore.
Tyron's gonna do,
I definitely still like him up there instead of like a Chaz Green or Josh Ball, or at least I know there's always a big percentage that he is going to be able to stop them. And I think that's the same thing. I think when you look at all of them, I mean, the people get really, I don't know about Jason Peters out there in the left tackle. It's understandable. I mean, he has his moments as well, too. So all of them at some point. I mean, you even seen Zach Martin, amazing offensive lineman that has been a Pro Bowler for us for years. And how many sacks has he allowed his whole career? Like 6, I think 5 or 6, if that. And not very many flags. You've seen him have his moments, but I think it's just, again, getting used to who's beside him now. I mean, it's not the same. It wasn't Tyler. It's not Steele on one side. All of a sudden, now you got McGovern in the middle, and then you have Smith on the other side. It's like, it changes. And those things, those little things, even if they're all pros, those things matter. I mean, you've taken the whole season to kind of gel with somebody, and then all of a sudden, just ripped out, and you got to patch it up. And, they're great patchworks. It's just, eventually those things do come to play when it comes to little timing plays.
Jack asked, who we starting in center? We're going to start McGovern at center tomorrow. Now, I'm telling you now, they have planned. Whether it's Farniok, might get to start.
I'm laughing Glimmerman. I'm laughing at Glimmerman because he's like, oh my God, you're calling out.
Man, he may show up to your house. He's getting
a big
healthy.
man.
I love Tyron. I'm just saying. I watched some of the Eagle game, and there was a couple plays where, he got beat by the speed rush. Now he did his job and he pushed him. Actually, the one sack, it was Dak's fault. He pushed, I think it was Brandon Graham up the field.
Mm-hmm. But Dak rolled out.
Dak went. Dak went up the hole, and it gave a lane for Brandon Graham to come back into the play. It was more of a covered sack. He struggles a little bit on the right hand side. Yeah. Some plays look unbelievable, and some plays look That's just because it's opposite everything. The fact that he's playing the way he is, for having playing that position in 13 years, that's pretty impressive. So,
he's looked way better than he's looked bad. Let's be real.
Meeker. Jack asked me, though, he goes, who's playing center? Farniok might get the start, but here's the deal. They ain't putting Jason Peters at left tackle for the whole game. They're not doing it. I'm telling you now, there's going to be a rotation tomorrow. Peters will play 20, 25 snaps, tops. So On the other snaps, they're probably going to bring in Barniak to play center.
Kind of shift everybody to the
field.
Shift everybody to the left a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Slide everybody to the left. Correct.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't think that Peters is going to play 40, 50 snaps. 45 snaps. I just don't. So, hey, listen, just a quick shout out.
Yeah.
If something happened, if anything could happen good from the Damar Hamlin thing, if you're watching, I got the game on.
No, I don't.
It really has brought the players together, And I had mentioned this the night of the incident with Mark. I don't know what you guys think. I'm not trying to single people out, but I think the coaches need to coach and let the players play. These coaches flexing, talking junk. You know who I'm talking about.
T-shirts.
Yeah.
T-shirts. I don't get too high and I don't get too low. Like, man, get out of here.
He's a fool.
Get out of here with that. Like, we're not stupid. Right. Like,
yeah.
It's in the same season. It's in the same season.
Sirianni's a fool, but whatever. He's one of the guys who's like your buddy to your face, and then he walks around. Out the room, he's talking about you. You know what I mean, dude? Football's hard enough. You don't need all this.
That shit's college.
And it's good to see the players coming together, because at the end of the day, when the game is over, the players have to look out for each other.
Yeah.
That was a freak injury. That happens. I saw a doctor on TV. He said that type of injury never happens in football.
Normally
it happens
in baseball.
Where you're getting it hit at a high velocity. Normally with young kids, because they don't have that built-up chest wall, basically. And it has to hit you at a perfect time, in between rhythms. It was a perfect storm. So,
and like said,
I would say, let's calm down on the football's violent. Yeah, come on, I can get killed crossing the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
you have some people that obviously take it beyond it. Let's jump to the Skip Bayless conversation.
Exactly.
Skip Bayless comes out and talks about. Obviously there's some people that are thinking about it, but it should not be something thrown out there, especially tonight. Come on, Skip, read the room a little bit, dude.
Now, he shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
Skip. But I don't think what he said was that bad.
No, but
he's such an ass.
It's timing. It's all about timing, dude.
He's already done it. It's like crying wolf. I'm hurt. No, you're not. I'm hurt. No, you're not. Then when you finally are hurt, nobody's going to believe you.
I kind of lump it into the same thing with the people with the fantasy footballs and stuff like that. I know personally, I was going into the game. I had Joe Burrows on my team, and I had Josh Allen, and I was figuring out which one do I wanted to start. And all of a sudden, it didn't matter. I didn't care.
Let me just tell you, this is for fun.
Yeah,
this is for Stewart. But this league is the most. I'm sorry, Roz. I don't think Roz is watching. I love weed. The rules in this league, I've never seen anything like it.
Yes, it's awful. Right. It's true.
I don't know why there's only 4 teams in the playoffs out of 12. I never heard anything about it. Whatever.
No, whatever. I think also when you look at stuff like the onside kick, there's not a whole lot to that where you don't give that team a whole lot of ability to be able to go and get that ball. So there's a lot of disadvantages now. It kind of changes it. When you do it, Dallas. Think about Dallas's last onside kick. Wasn't it against Atlanta where some weird roll and it shocks everybody
against Dan Quinn.
Yeah. Now, am I wrong, or it reminds me of the play where the guy just gets down on his knees and just starts barking, and everybody kind of just looks at him like, "What the heck just happened?" And then they jump on the ball. And, oh yeah, that's right.
It goes in half.
Yeah, and you're so shocked about what's happening that you still did he really kick it like that? And then by the time you know it, you're losing the game. And it's like after that Super Bowl, they never really recovered. They just kept losing in style. Going into the playoffs again, we're talking about Washington, but really, are we talking about Washington? How do you feel about going in this game? Do you feel, even if we played our backups, how do you feel about our backups going against
I think if we play our
Washington?
backups, I think it's a real close game. Now, just remember, it's football. So when you play your backups, you can't go back up at every spot unless you bench everybody or you don't activate certain people. You basically, I'm with everybody. Go with your full team. you stick with everything. Obviously, if somebody's not 100% or 90%, you don't play them. But if you are close, you have to go. Just get the game over, get into the second half, and then look at the scoreboard.
I didn't get to see the tweet.
20 points.
Yeah.
Then you could start getting some guys some reps. It'll be interesting to see who's activated tomorrow, for the game.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that'll tell you a lot about what they're planning on doing. They're gonna have to bring up certain people, extra offensive linemen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You may have guys inactive that you're like, why is that person inactive? Well, because they're looking ahead on the moves that they got to make. I wonder if they're going to have 3 running backs.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. So we'll see. But I think Dallas is not going to have a problem. I think there is a chance that they'll pull guys in the second half, which will make the game closer. Which, the answer is in here. I mean, I would love to see a blowout, but the answer is coming.
Angelica, real quickly before you go in, Angelica, what did he tweet? Because she asked, did anybody see Damar Hamlin's tweet? No, I didn't get to see it.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. What? Yeah. I know he was FaceTiming his teammate.
Yeah, I mean, they took the tube out. That's good. He was FaceTiming with them, talked about how he loves the brothers, and it's good. I mean, he's responding, he's talking. I mean, he's definitely improving. I think that's always the positive. Are you improving a little bit more? And to see him, hear him, I guess you can't really see it, but if you hear about that, he's talking to his teammates, that's great. Mark. What's up?
Yeah. No, this whole BS, man, it's costing him $2,500 for fantasy. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I hear you, man.
But, yeah.
Flash Fruity, he mentioned love he received from everybody. Yeah, I think I did see that. He just wanted to thank everybody.
That's amazing.
Hey, listen, this is one of those times in life where you have to take a negative and turn it into a positive. He had $2,900 in his GoFundMe account. It was originally set up for $2,500.
Yeah.
For toys for
Pittsburgh
kids
area.
in his local town. And what's the number up to, people?
Last time I saw it was like 6 million or so, but
it's no. Last time I saw it was over 7 million.
Oh yeah, there you go. I'm not surprised.
That's just an example of people coming together. It really is a display of human kindness and the love for one another. Now that's where I was getting in with the whole coach thing and firing people up. Once the game is kicked off, I'm already excited. Yeah. I don't need another coach running their mouth, getting his fan. If it's kind-hearted and lighthearted, but if it's F those guys came out of his mouth, the Cowboys, whatever it is, there's no room for that, bro. You see what can happen. Life can be taken away from you at a moment's notice. Enjoy the game, coach your players up, get them ready, go all out. Nothing wrong with that.
So as we're sitting here and the game's about to start. The game's about to start. In the chat, who do you guys have? Who do you guys think is going to win this one? Tennessee or Jacksonville? It's hard for me to believe that Tennessee is going to be some kind of threat in this game. I guess Derrick Henry is coming back.
For the Jags.
But yeah, I think the Jags are going to win it. Trevor Lawrence again is on a nice little roll. Finally, kind of got the confidence behind him to make those throws.
But getting back to our game, I kind of think that I want to go all out and let's knock on wood that we don't need to suffer any major injuries. That's all I really care about. I think we can win. I think it'll be I think the final score will be closer than it needs to be, but we'll probably pull some guys out. But I just want to avoid major injury. I see Angelica, picking the Titans.
The Titans, I like it.
James Nooks.
I don't know, guys. When Angelica picks the underdog, it tends to mean something a little bit there.
Derrick Henry's playing; he's a beast. So.
Yeah, in general, I when he had that breakout year, all of a sudden he started running, and people, he's the best, the GOAT. Okay, the GOAT phrase gets thrown around way too much, and it's just like, where was he his previous 5-6 years when he was in the league? So I mean, I don't want to have to tackle him, so I can't really talk that much junk. But a great running back.
Actually, his numbers are good, Phil. I mean, I think he's got a few more yards
Well, it's their main. It was their main offensive thing. I mean, until they were able to put a passing game with it, it was their main. Way
but
they
that's
scored.
even more impressive to me.
It was. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they're stacking the box.
That's all we have, but that's not all they had. Because they had some receivers there, and you can say what you want about Tannehill. He's falling on bad times, but he was actually balling out.
I was surprised by that, honestly, because I saw him in Miami and how he played in Miami, and I was just like, wow, I just didn't see.
Bulls Cowboys.
Yeah, I didn't think he was a great.
He just said it. He just said it. Thank you. But I need more reassurance because I'll tell you, man, Tom Brady scares the living crap out of me. He scares the crap out of me. I'm sorry, but I have more. I just Tom Brady is the best that there ever was. And
because
he knows
doesn't
how to read a defense, man.
The one thing that we've had in the past couple of games, I think that's been against us, is that we played against quarterbacks that their main thing is to get it out quickly, and so you're not seeing the sacks. You're triple teaming a guy that's our main pass rusher, and you're not having the other guys like. I'm not trying to take anything away from DeMarcus Lawrence because DeMarcus Lawrence does flash.
Yeah,
I know D-Law is a different person in the playoffs though too. So I have seen him in previous times where he has become a different person.
This is what I'm afraid of, and we'll do a deep dive. Assuming that's who we play next week. We're gonna do a deep dive, but just on the surface, you can't get to Tom Brady, like we can't get to the quarterback as of late. That doesn't mean we won't. We were on a tear early on in the year. Mm-hmm. Then the last month of the season, we're not really getting to the quarterback. No sacks. You can't let Tom Brady do that. No. I mean, come on, man. I don't care how old he is. You can't let him do that. You got to get him off the spot.
I feel more confident. I think somebody pointed it out. Was it Mike from
I agree,
Cowboys
Michael
Corner?
Dana. He doesn't.
One thing that here if I'm going to throw a little thing out there, and I think I heard Mike as well talk about this, is the fact that yes, Tom Brady has whooped us, and previous years he whooped us in the playoffs?
Never lost.
Has he whooped us in the playoffs?
Yeah.
And so no, he hasn't. That's what I'm saying.
I just took a shot. No,
no. And so it's a different football game, 0-0. It's like I can get at least behind that. At least it's neutral ground. Obviously, you have to go to Tampa, but you know what? What's that? You get sunny weather. So yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna jump on that as well. Mike from Cowboys Corner said pointed it out there, and I'm like, what? That is a true stat. And we all know. People hit a little bit hard in the playoffs, Teams are a little bit different.
I'm just telling you, I would rather play Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has so much confidence. He will give you the ball. He's almost turning into a Brett Favre type guy where you get a little bit of pressure, it's a 50-50 ball. And I'll take chances with my defense. Yeah, I understand what happened. We had a 17-point lead and it crapped the bed. We never had a lead against Tampa in week 1. Now, I'm not saying we can't beat them. You're asking me, am I excited about playing Tampa? I think we need to play Tampa because I think if we can get by that momentum, that'll propel us.
Yeah. But is it one of those things that it's such a big game that you get let down for the next week? You know how Dallas likes to do that for that one big game?
That's the playoff.
Yeah.
We're not getting, there is no letdown.
I like the leader. No, I like
the
leadership that we're going in there. I mean, again, like I brought this up before, but Mike McCarthy, he always had his team in contention. They were always in the playoffs, upsetting somebody. Obviously, we almost had them, but the catch, that wasn't a catch. That is a catch, that whole thing happened. So, I mean, but again, his teams were always in that contention. I mean, you're just not, you're not seeing him with his full staff that he would want. I think that offensive coordinator, again, is one of those things that you can complain about, because I will complain about it and all his trick plays, but at the same time, Kellen Moore has been having this offense average some really good points since Dak has been back in the lineup. You got to give a lot of that on Dak as well, too, but it's hard to totally complain about it when you are putting up points. You're not getting into the red zone, and then all of a sudden you're seeing them stumble like they have in what was it? Garrett's era? That's all they did. It seemed like they got into the end zone, and boom, that's it. That was it. The red zone, and that was it, You're
only as good as your offensive line, Mark Hudson. I agree with you, man. Yeah. That's what I said earlier.
They definitely have their points too.
But you know what I'm more excited about? I don't think any team has the answer for Tony Pollard.
That's an X factor.
I don't think anybody has the answer for that. You know, and I'm going to stick to this. As you see, the Eagles have hit their ceiling. Now, I'm not sitting there saying they can't win, but they have hit their ceiling. They have won X amount of games in a row before they ended and have 2 losses in a row, basically stumbling into the playoffs. Backups or not.
Yeah.
If it was us, we would be stumbling, right? So it's not the Cowboys. You're stumbling. I'm sorry. We'll see what happens tomorrow against the Giants backups. But if we, like he says, like if we can beat Tom Brady, that's who we're playing. We've never beaten him. We will end him in Tampa Bay. He ain't coming back to Tampa. So that's what I want to see. But I don't think anybody's got the answer for Pollard. I think T.Y. Hilton is just now getting involved. I think they got, and I know people are going to laugh, I think they got plays for the kick returner on offense. I really think Turpin is, as long as we're not doing these damn DVM reverses, getting the ball 10 yards behind a lot of scrimmages.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot that we could still do. If we can I'm still hoping upon hope that Hankins can play in the playoffs. You're going to get our linebacker back.
LV.
The Wolfman.
Yep.
LVE. Dude, that's about as healthy as you could be. And I love Deron Bland. I love our corners. I mean, I'm ready to roll.
Yeah,
we just got to get out of this game tomorrow healthy.
I think that's a big key as well too. You don't know how. Honestly, I didn't even think this was going to be possible. I really thought that the Eagles were going to take care of business and put it. Yep. But again, the same point where Aaron Rodgers was predicting that they were going to be in contention for a playoff spot. That's where they're at. I mean, you don't know how football is going to kind of happen. What's going to happen in football? That's why you play the games. But hey, man, I'm just interested to see what teams at what positions. Obviously, every team to me has some kind of ability to get to where to get to the playoffs. One, obviously, because they're there, but they have the ability to get to the Super Bowl as well. I mean, look at San Francisco, great defense. They don't really need to plug in too many people at the quarterback position to just do that. I think they could just run Wildcat and probably still be able to be effective. Because obviously you got Christian McCaffrey there. You got Minnesota that they can win a game. Are they going to win all the games? Minnesota's so up in the air. We don't have any idea where they're at. And
Coles brings up a good thought.
I hope we aren't. Yep, exactly.
No, but if you had to guess, what's that line? If I had to guess, I would say Dallas is going to be a favorite by like a point and a half, something like that too. That's just my, opinion.
Your opinion of it and stuff.
What do you think? What do you think, Coles? What's the line on the game if you had to guess?
Let me put this up.
I think we're going to be the favorite. I really do.
Yeah.
I think we should be the favorite. Look at their record. I mean, I think we should be the favorite, but.
They always have a threat.
He brings up a big point. Leonard Fournette always seems to kill us. And now, if you look at Mike
Evans has turned it on, yeah.
Mike Evans has turned it on.
Yep.
So
and that's agree with Mike Evans. Mike
really
Evans disappears, but then he comes back, and all of a sudden, when he comes back, it is big.
But that's the kind of receiver that we can shut down. But it's going to take offense, defense, and special teams in every game. We're not going to get away with turning the ball over, playing like crap, like settling for field goals. Like I rewatched that Eagle game when Dak ran out at the 2:01. We can't have any clock malfunctions. We get down there with a turnover in the red zone. Got to put the ball in the end zone. We start settling for field goals. I don't care who you're playing.
Yeah, that's what Cole's saying. We'll probably have it set. We'll probably be 7-point favorites just to, Yeah, but again, are you playing down the competition if it's a head-to-head in the playoffs and stuff like that? No, of course they're gonna say that. But again, anybody that you put there, there's going to be a fight with Tom Brady. You've seen these teams that have blown him out, and he still is able to put points on the board at the end to make it a game. So I mean, you can't just start relaxing if you start winning and stuff either. So there's a lot. But anyway,
I strongly believe that if we play Tampa in the playoff, that Tampa ain't gonna blow us out. We're going to play some good defense. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. We're going to play some good defense against them. So I think it's more about our offense being able to move the ball, against that D-line.
Yeah. Yeah, Randy Wilson says it right perfectly. The best thing about this weekend is the fact that Philly can't rest players. I mean, I think you saw that with the NFL and what they were trying to do. They didn't want people to be able to rest, so they were going to put those games on the exact same time. I thought it was a very good schedule in the sense of what. Obviously, this game right here is going to mean some stuff. So obviously, you're going to have a lot of people watching it, betting on it. It means big. You're going to see a team come in here and win the division. So, I mean, that's what we were talking about last week. Did it mean anything if Tennessee was going to lose? No, because this game meant more than anything. I think a lot of those playoffs games, it's just a bad situation when you're resting your starters on one side and the other ones are playing for divisions or playing for better seeding. And again, you're right. You're right in the sense that the Giants. I mean, you can't blame them for resting their starters. I mean, I think you said it. Hey, have they won that ability to do it? I mean, hey, they can't improve. They can't go down. So I mean, do you think Daniel Jones having a rest week? You don't think that's going to mess him up?
Yeah. If we're talking about that, that's what I don't understand. I think Daniel Jones needs to play against a real good Eagles team on the road. If you want to have any kind of success, you need to play. If you're that afraid, you barely made the playoff. I'm sorry, but the NFC. I mean, listen, they're in great, but I would think you at least start your starters. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Vegas is wrong. But the line's gone up to 16. That's telling you nobody's playing.
Yeah.
And that's a divisional game, mind you, against a playoff team. So something's a little wonky there, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the Giants can go in and beat Minnesota, though. So it's just frustrating, but it is what it is. That we made our own bed by letting it, and it's a shame because we're going to probably have 13 wins. And you go, oh, that's a great season. But, you got to look at the big picture. There's a team that's better than you in your own division. That's just a fact as far as record-wise. Record-wise. Yeah, relax, people. Record-wise.
No, you're right. I mean, when we get into these next couple games, I've jumped on it earlier in the season, but the fact that you got all four teams, they were playoff competitors, and obviously Washington with their amazing coach that didn't even know they could be eliminated. Do you don't think that kind of a move right there and what happened at the end of the season, I could see Ron being gone. Right. What do you think about that? The whole coaching job right there.
Ron is going to, Ron is dead man walking. He didn't know that that they were possibly eliminated from the playoffs last week. So that's a bad look for you, Ron. I like Ron Rivera. He's always been a winner where he's been. A good, tough coach. But I think he's done in Washington, and I think it's rightfully so. I think they need to clean house, even get rid of the mascot. I think he needs to go.
Retire him already?
I'm surprised they don't have a damn commander or something walking the sideline.
Well, I don't know.
Why are we having a pig walking around?
Well, I think with that fan base, I think you just need to have some voting going on. Let your fan base get involved with some mascot stuff. If they were going to make a better decision, I think everything along it. I mean, when you saw them, unveil the Sean Taylor little thing that was supposed to happen, that was like, what? Like, it looked like something from the NFL shops that was just sitting there as a mannequin trying to sell these jerseys, and it was just, where's the statue?
Listen,
where's all that other stuff?
He's overcome. Yeah, I mean, he's had a good, awesome playing career. He's been a great coach. Probably won't be his last stop, but
it'll be a defensive coordinator.
It has ended. It's over in Washington, and it should be. He's overcome cancer. Shout out to him.
Yeah, that's
big. If I'm Washington, I'm starting all new. You know, I would probably draft. I mean, see, that's the thing. They should have seen what Sam Howell had, but I think they're going to have to draft a quarterback in the top. They have a great defense, right?
Yeah, they have a really good defense.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably going to be, I would say, a top 4 pick. So you have to, assuming they lose tomorrow, you have to get one of the QBs and let them compete with Sam Howell. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, I think Rio in some
I
ways is
wouldn't bring
very right.
eyebrows back.
Maybe eyebrows.
Eyebrows.
As your backup and stuff. I don't think that's a terrible move.
Fans wanted the pig, Coles, really?
No, did they want the pig? Oh my God!
Give me a.
You could have probably saved some
like
money and just gone for some upgrades in the stadium or something.
I thought maybe bring a horse in the stadium or something. Dude, in gear and in Knight's outfit or something. I don't know, something.
Yeah, do you think John Harbaugh, like MG points it out that he could be in Washington? Do you think Jim Harbaugh, right? Isn't it Jim Harbaugh? The one from Michigan?
John's in Baltimore, so it would be Jim.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Jim Harbaugh's.
I remember
if I was
playing.
Michigan, I would tell him, you know, sorry, buddy, you got to go. Every year, we keep giving you more and more money, and you keep flirting with the NFL. If you want to go so much, go. I think that Michigan job, there's NFL coaches who would want that job on, lesser guys. That's a very attractive job.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Washington Pigskin. Pigskins.
That's
Does
funny.
Tutty run the ball with his left hand up?
But no, I mean, again, we're ripping on them as well too. But
listen, they deserve it.
They
blew it.
Yeah,
they should be in the playoffs. You should have all 4 teams in the playoffs. I wanted that. So,
I did too.
They blew it. They started Carson Wentz. Come on, bro. He's cooked. Carson Wentz is cooked.
Yeah. Jim Harbaugh is under investigation, and I think that's why. Do you think he'll just try to bolt out of there? That's why I was wondering if he would. I mean, he hasn't done the most impressive things in Michigan. I mean, they had a pretty good year this year, but how many years has it been that they were losing to some really bad teams? Appalachian State, all the, so. It was just really bad. It was a very embarrassing football. I know if you're a Michigan fan, the whole Ohio, that Ohio State rivalry that they have, that hasn't been the best of in the outcomes as well too. So, but again, we're jumping into college football and everything by that point. So again, let's get back to this game because we keep getting
strong with 30 though. We got a decent.
Yeah, I mean, and I appreciate everybody hanging out there with that Comcast mishap. You know what? A little flashback to our earlier days when I couldn't get the audio going correctly.
Good.
But anyways, I mean, they lost to TCU. I mean that was a big one.
We got that game. That's the thing. What time's that game start? Well, we should be done on Monday before that game kicks off. So everybody stop in here before the national championship game. I think that starts at 8 something. We go on at 7.
We should be.
We got 8:15 or whatever.
Especially if we're talking about an amazing victory where we got our backups in there and they started doing some stuff as well too. I know when a couple of games ago when we were like, okay, we're gonna put some backups in there. You got Cooper Rush in there, and then all of a sudden, Malik Davis runs for 25 yards for a touchdown. You're like, ooh, I like Malik Davis. And then you saw him getting a little bit more reps in there, so I did like him being a featured back and kind of relieving Tony Pollard. So that's why I don't want to see Tony Pollard in there. I want to save him for the playoffs. I want to keep him as our little weapon. Everybody knows what he's capable of doing. We don't need to kind of just show it off.
I don't think anybody can stop Pollard. That's the thing. And I think we can get the ball to Gallup early. I think CD is on a roll. I just think Jack Meeker really sums it up. It's going to come down to our offensive line. If we can't let that get annihilated, we can run the ball a little bit, I think we're going to be good. I still think the ultimate prize is there for us to take it. But we will see. That's why they play the games, right?
Exactly.
Every week, the media is going to be against us. Every week, everybody's waiting for Dallas to choke. especially that first playoff game.
Well,
I'm almost happy
just-
we're playing next week, Phil. So we don't get the bye. I mean, obviously you want the bye, but you have another week to wait around against a team who's going to play in the playoffs and get a win in the playoffs. Once you get a win in the playoffs, now you got to play them not having a win in 27. You know, well, no, we've had the 2 playoff wins, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think it's good to go win and then roll from there. So, but anyway, yeah. So everybody, make sure you stop in here on Monday night.
Yeah, hopefully you're talking about a big.
Hopefully we're talking about a Cowboy win. Right? So.
Yeah, exactly. It was, or all the crap. Yeah, no. If it's backups, I'm not going to be all like,
Yeah.
It's like it depends. Again, it depends on what's going on. I mean, you're definitely going to have both teams scoreboard watching and seeing what's going on, whether they can.
It'll be
soon
fun.
as they can pull
It
it.
always is.
Yeah.
And tomorrow night, say, okay, this is the road.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the road to Arizona.
So yeah,
It'll be fun.
tomorrow night we'll have more of an understanding of where we're going to be going. Obviously, we all kind of have that feeling that it's going to be Tampa. There's always that Cowboy Nation that's like, oh, Tampa. But again, got to play the games that are in front of you. I think they pointed out in the chat as well too. It's just you have no control over those other things. Just win the games that are in front of you. And you've already kind of had that loss just recently, so you can get on a nice little roll and hopefully shut some haters up. So as we go closer to the end of the show, because I mean, when we talk about Washington, I mean, what's there more to talk about? I mean, they have a very young team and they're looking already to next year.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they are, but that defense
they're not just going to go away.
Game.
Yeah.
That defense ain't going to take it easy. They have a lot of talent on that side of the ball, on the line of scrimmage. So it'll be interesting. That's why we're going to play. I kind of wish it was a 1:00 game, Phil, but of course they didn't do that. We're going to play at 4. That's fine. That's fine.
No, the people in the chat are keeping down the law as well too. So let's see what everybody thinks about this game coming up. Obviously, there's a lot of factors. Of course, we're talking about how long the players are going to be playing, who's going to be playing at what time. Is Kellen Moore going to go, okay, I have been waiting for this game to pull out all my tricks and get it all out of my system, So is this going to be just the trick play games?
Yeah, I'm thinking Power gets the ball 6 times and he gets the 1,000 and they pull. That's what I'm afraid of. But.
Yeah, no. We don't need to be chasing stats. We need to be chasing.
That's why my score prediction is kind of a little odd, but
well, you got Glimmerman already. Cowboys 31, Commanders 13. He's just flipping it right there.
That's what it should be, Glimmerman. That's what it should be.
Yeah. That's a really good I like that. That's a really good score. You got Jack
34-17. I agree. Yeah, you guys are pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely
what do you think,
see
Phil?
some.
What's your
I was actually right there with Glimmerman. I think this tends to be at the end of my season. I feel that this team can always put up 30 points, 30 to 40 to 50 points, and 30 is being the minimum of.
If they're playing everybody, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I could see them put 40 burgers, but at the same time, I think at some point people start getting pulled, or whether you're up big or the Commanders are making late touchdowns, and I definitely believe in our defense to cause some turnovers and to be able to make some stops, even if you're, the whole bend but don't break kind of defense, not allowing an offensive touchdown in the first drive, that's big as well, too. I mean, even with the starters not being there for a lot of positions where it's LVE, Hankins, Anthony Brown, Jordan Lewis, there's a lot of guys that have just been missing. This team has still been getting the ball, causing turnovers, and capitalizing on the takeaways as well, too. So I love the fact that I can, again, rely on this defense a little bit. It's not just, oh, man, I really hope the offense can score 50 points. They can't do that every single time. So I really like our score. I think it's going to be, again, I'm right there with Glimmerman, 31 to 13. I like that score. Bam, that's kind of what I was feeling. And
I love Weed. It's 28, or was that
23 to 13?
Oh, no, 23-13, yes.
No, I don't think he does, because I think he won't play. I think he'll. He's dealing with an illness right now, so do you think Turpin will play?
You know what? That's a good call. I don't know. I heard he's sick. Maybe this is an Antonio Callaway game. He's a returner.
Yeah.
But We shall see, man.
Gina's-
I didn't realize he was that sick.
Gina,
Boys
34,
28-10.
34-17. That's a really good
She's
score.
calling it. Now, Angelica may have better luck than I do. I'm done with the calling. This is what I'll say. What the heck was that?
No, you'll come. You'll go to get something to drink. You'll come back. We've scored a touchdown. Like, what happened? And that's when Turpin finally did his
He's
thing.
going to get one in the playoff.
Oh, that's what
That'll be the time, and nobody's going to call. He's going to take one to the house.
No, he has not, Glimmerman. He has not scored. Probably in his head he has many times, but like I don't think. Yeah, you have not seen a score there.
He hasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at least you have that.
Giants, Randy Wilson, Giants 21-17.
Ooh,
Hey, Randy, you know they're going with the backups, buddy. Let me just tell you this right now. If the Giants win tomorrow, it will be the most epic collapse ever for the Eagles, starting everybody, because they're going full bore. They've already said Jalen is playing. That would be hysterical. So we can only hope.
So, yeah, we got some people, definitely on our side in the sense of what we can do. I mean,
we don't have anybody having Washington, and I agree. I think it'll get close at the end because I do think that Dallas will pull guys. I just do. Somebody will get banged up. He would normally be able to come back in. He won't come back in. And I don't blame them. But are you ready for it?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's cue the mailman on there.
You guys have a drum roll, or are we just going to do it? Here's the deal. The line is moved up to 7, so it's Dallas minus touchdown and 40 points. My final score, I think Dallas is going to be up probably 2 touchdowns. But I think they're going to call off the dogs. You'll probably see, Cooper Rush in the fourth quarter. You'll see, some offensive linemen. You'll see Farniok. You'll see Josh Ball. Just my opinion. You'll see guys on defense getting more reps, and I think Dallas still wins the game. I think Sam Howell's going to look. They're going to make him look like he's all that at the end of the game. Oh my God, he just did a 80-yard drive to get a touchdown to bring them, to within a touchdown type of deal. That's what I'm saying. But I think the final will be Dallas 24, the Commies 20. I think it'll be like 24-10, type of deal. And I think that Commies will score like the last 10 points. I really do think that the Eagles are going to blow out the Giants, and I think they're going to just start pulling guys. So Dallas still gets the win.
Yeah,
they look good when they need to.
Get some momentum going into the playoffs. Whether it's
Dallas, so I actually got the Commanders plus the 7 and the over in the 40. Now that's not forget. I hit it on the nose a couple weeks ago. So I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping we blow them out. But our guys got to be in there. Dak Meeker says Eagles win, but Hurts gets banged up. Listen. If I'm the Giants, Jack, if I'm
Thibodeau?
the Giants, I'm going to tell my guys, they're playing their starters. This is your shot. Yeah. I'm not saying be dirty. Take them to the ground hard and finish your tackle. Mm-hmm. Because if you knock out the number 1 seed, it opens it up for the Giants. They're in the playoff. It's not like that's the one good thing. The Giants are in the playoff. They already know that. There's a chance they could play Philly. That's why I wanted the Eagles to have to play the game tomorrow, because I don't care against somebody's backups. It's still the NFL, Phil. And it's hard to win in the NFL.
I mean, there's a reason why these guys are making the NFL. I mean, they're making NFL rosters. That means they're impressing some coaches.
Joe Gonzalez.
Yeah, Joe's coming in. She had family in town. Yeah. Oh, man. I went back to old school.
It's showing here. Excuse my language.
It's true. It's true. No denial here.
Internet
was just... Yeah, I didn't know if I was broadcasting, and it was all over the place. It was amazing.
I'm blowing Phil up on his phone, and he's ignoring me.
I'm like,
he was scary. He was scary. But anyway, so
no, it's true.
Up to 32 again. We're flying.
Yeah, man.
We go a little bit. Hurts for sure. That's defense gets it.
And I think as well too. You had what was it, Tiburon or what? I can't remember his. Kayvon
Thibodeau.
Thibodeau. Somebody.
Yeah,
Oh man,
Thibodeau,
it's throwing it off.
Thibodeau, whatever.
Yeah.
Thibodeau, I think.
You know, he doesn't care about quarterbacks, man. He just wants to eat. You know, and so whether he's going to be playing to have that ability, I don't know. I mean, if the starters were playing right now, do you think the Giants would have a chance?
Yes.
Yes. Now
I don't think they would necessarily win the game.
Yeah.
But I think they would definitely have a chance. Say what you want. Daniel Jones is playing.
Yeah.
Playing some football. He's very mobile.
They're going to have to think about something. Yeah. They're going to have to think about something.
That's the problem why they're not playing him. Because you know what Daniel Jones does. He takes a lot of big hits. I don't blame him. As a Cowboys fan who wants to see the Eagles earn it. You know, how much crap did we hear, people, last year in the last game of the year that we beat the Eagles, but it didn't count because the Eagles didn't play anybody. Well, okay, this is the same thing. You're getting a 1 seed against a team that's not playing anybody. We'll see what they do. That's all I can say. I'm looking at the line. Line is telling me they ain't playing nobody. So we shall see.
Yeah, I mean, Vegas usually gets the word of some kind, and it's kind of a sway, and you definitely see that. I think the only one they've ever struggled on was the Cowboys. The Cowboys have kind of been proving them wrong a little bit here and there. What are you laughing about over here?
I love weed.
I'm
higher than hell, thanks.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to throw you off weed.
But no, I mean, again, we're getting into that very close. There's going to be some
playing Tyrod either. My son said they're playing Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, if they don't play Tyrod Taylor.
No, I heard they were playing Webb, or that's what I thought.
Kidding me.
Yeah, I thought they were.
Jesus.
Yeah, so it's going to be even worse than that.
What are they doing? Well, Webb, is that the Webb that beat them that used to be with Minnesota? Is that Webb?
Davis Webb, I think it is.
Yeah, remember,
I think he was with Houston, wasn't? I thought Webb was with Houston. I think. I don't know. We're kind of all over the place. Then. Yeah. Can we check the web to figure out what web?
No, I can't check the web. I got no internet. Oh no.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't want to unstabilize anything that I got going on here.
Webb,
so yeah, Davis Webb.
That's the other web. Yeah, you were right. You were on it. Primetime.
I heard that from an Eagles content creator. What did he hear? Eagles celebrated Cooper Rush like the Super Bowl, but complained about Week 18 last year. It's true, man.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's can't have it both ways.
Exactly. But they're trying to. They're having their cake. They're eating it too. Getting flex. Even, for example, even when we can see it coming, hey, they don't play their starters. You're going to have an easy game. But they're still going to be puffing out their chests like they just won the Super Bowl, obviously. But, division champs, the NFC East has not been consistent when it comes to the champs when it comes to this division. So I just like the fact, again, that all the teams are kind of competitive in some way. It's more stupidity that's caused Washington to not be as competitive. But this is the team that we're playing. I'm interested to see. You got Mark obviously doing some tailgating, getting ready, prepping on his channel as well too. So it's like, I wish I was there.
He's upset I'm not going. But
yeah, I don't.
It's a tough spot for me. I don't feel like driving 2.5, 3 hours by myself in possible rain. I got if it was a 1:00 game, that's what I was waiting for. I didn't tell Mark that, but if it was a 1:00 game, I was contemplating it, but it's not. I ain't gonna get out of there till 9:30, and that's a 3-hour drive. That traffic. You know what I mean? It's a long day by yourself. So.
Yeah. But anyways, as we're talking, I think we're going pretty good. We talked about quite a bit of different stuff. Going with this Cowboys, we've kind of talked about Washington. We haven't been because we don't even know what Washington team's going to show up. We kind of know what's going on with the Giants, the Eagles, whole competition. I mean, you got other games there that need to be played. You heard we talked about the whole neutral site when it comes to whether Buffalo and Kansas City. I mean, that's a pretty cool little situation that that the NFL at least tried to do. I think a lot of people kind of freaked out when they were kind of taking their time deciding to whether they're going to delay the game, suspend it. it's just a situation that nobody's had to deal with. So I mean, I hope they weren't just thinking about the game part, and they were trying to more figure out if he was okay, and then the game came later and what we should do. I know the refs and all of them get caught up in that point, and that's why you're seeing that debate on the field. But at the same time, like, you know, it's just not a situation that anybody was ready for, and it was definitely shocking. Again, I think you hit the nail on the head. I love to see the camaraderie, that the brotherhood of the NFL players coming together, talking about this stuff. Shannon Sharp getting emotional, getting in Skip Bayless's face. You saw the tension there. There's no respect in the sense when it comes to Skip Bayless and when he's talking about these players.
Skip only cares about one person. But do me a favor, put Michael down as last comment.
Pick
it up on the bubble. Yeah. Skip Bayless only cares about one person. Skip Bayless. He sees, even if somebody almost dies on the field, he sees that as an opportunity for himself.
Yeah.
That's why he's a POS.
Yeah.
Not what he said. Really, what he said wasn't that egregious. But
this is timing
the
with
fact
everything.
that he opened his mouth, the timing of it. I've learned over the years, learned the hard way, learned to keep my mouth shut at work. Especially when I'm managing and I'm managing 50 employees.
Well, I think that's where you got guys like Skip Bayless.
Deal with that.
Yeah, you got guys like Skip Bayless where they try to make the conversation where, well, I like to tell people, how I feel. I like to speak the truth, and that's where you see the ignorance. Just because you can't filter stuff through your mouth doesn't make it true. It just makes you an idiot that can't keep his mouth shut. So I mean,
some things you just need to shut up about.
Yeah,
and just let it breathe, man. The guy is fighting for his life, and you're running your mouth on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. Let it breathe. Nobody see. There's no reason to do that. If you're gonna say anything, say,
Yeah, be supportive. You got to be supportive.
I'm praying for you. Whatever you want to say. That's what we need. We don't need you to give any input.
Yeah.
Because the reason why you're famous is not a good thing. Nobody likes you. You're entertaining.
I don't like you. He don't like you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Exactly. I'll tell you one thing. Shannon Sharp wanted to squeeze his head off his shoulder.
Man, and Shannon's
he was going to pull a. He was going to pull a. What was it? A Jim Everett. That was Jim Everett for the Rams. Remember when he came across at the table at Jim Rome?
Oh yes, I remember. That was young Jim Rome. I remember that whole thing.
Yeah, young Jim Rome.
Jim Rome
running his mouth.
Oh yeah.
I can't stand him either.
Oh yeah, that's another.
I always hear him to this day usually on the radio, like Westwood One or something, and he has these like 30-second spots where people give a crap what his opinion is, and he's always anti-Cowboys. Can't believe it. Dallas Cowboys, this and that. Shut up, Jim Rome.
It's true though.
It's my Jim Rome rant.
Yo, he used to get upset at me. I remember watching him in the beginning, going, "Okay, this guy's kind of cool."
But
and then all of a sudden, he would make some. I'm like, "What is this guy talking about?" And then
he can be good. Him and his delivery, but for the most part, he's a jackass. Yeah, he's the one that said that Troy Aikman was gay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Skip Bayless.
All right, so it looks like we're going about 29 people. Is there any other subject that we could talk about here? I mean, we're going pretty good. We're going good.
I'm just watching the game, listening to you talk, trying to give my thought. I will say one thing, Angelica. The Titans' defense is smacking Jacksonville. Jesus, they're hitting.
They're playing hard. They're playing hard. This is what I mean. Think about if we were to play this team.
The Jags are going to have to earn this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's how division should be playing for. I mean, they should not. It shouldn't be a cakewalk.
Yeah.
When you're playing backups, both teams should be playing for something. It's kind of like you wish. It's kind of like you almost wish that last game was us against them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, man. Yeah. It's a little frustrating. You always have these things. I think the NBA has the same problem where games may not mean as much. So obviously,
Philly. What up, Philly? You live in Philly? Not far from you. The game's not exciting, but
you can see the defense is doing its thing.
Tennessee saw the linebacker almost take the running back's head off a little while ago.
Yeah, they're driving right now. Trevor Lawrence is kind of going to get him down to the 30 on my side. I don't know what you're seeing. He's down. He's kind of slowly.
I'm behind. Oh yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm streaming, So me and you are probably about the same, and everybody else is way ahead.
See, Glimmerman asks, is our game over by halftime, or are we going to have some headaches?
I think we're going to have a nice lead at halftime for once. I do.
I can see it.
I think we're going to be up like. I think we're going to be up like 21 to 10.
Yeah,
I
was
like
going to say that's pretty good.
21 to 7.
Is that great?
I think we get a field goal in the second half. Hey, listen, maybe we blow them out.
How did we get there?
I think we're going to call the dogs off. I think the Eagles are going to be up like 38 to.
That score doesn't mean it isn't as bad if you're dragging. All of a sudden, Dallas had like 18 minutes off the clock in the first half because you were whining, just really grinding it down and letting the running game do its thing. So, obviously, I would love that score as well if you're, controlling the clock. Turnover. Turnover. Was it? I didn't get. Yeah, just like that. The defense again steps up. Was it a pick? Was it a pick? Was it a fumble? What was it?
That was Kellen Moorish.
Oh, here we go.
It was a trick play.
Trick plays. Yep, there we go.
That was Kellen Moorish. Keep that shit at home in the playoffs, please.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I would say, Glimmerman, our defense definitely gets turned. I'm excited for the defense. I mean, I'm sorry, Glimmerman, but if you're watching the game, I don't mind what Dallas does. We always seem to get yardage run the option. But this option where you had a guy coming the other way, you are a freaking. Now, is that a pass? That's a pass.
No, it's a pitch back, so he still pitched it back.
Pitch back?
Yeah, he still pitched it back because he was. It looked like he was pitching it back to the running back, but the run. No, it went backwards.
But yeah.
That's what made it the fumble. Otherwise, it would have been incomplete pass.
Alvarez, how are you? Glad you made it in. Missed all the fun.
Yeah, you did. You missed. Yeah,
you're coming in at a good time.
Yeah, we're
internet issues.
It's fun. I should have. Now I got to think back. When I got to think. Okay, now I got to restart my internet prior. Maybe an hour before to try to get some strong signal.
That's what happens when we don't. It's been what, a week almost, or over a week?
There's something.
What was the last broadcast? Friday.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a week and a day. Friday, right? We played Thursday night. We went on Friday.
Yep.
So It's been a long time. A little rusty doing
the little system's all like.
Sean Jackson was waived by Baltimore. Wow.
Yeah, no surprise. Yeah, I mean that's a guy that can bring you some. But we're not even. It's like one of those things. It's just like Turpin. We're not using him correctly.
You know where he's going to end up?
Philly.
He's going to end up with the Giants. The Giants need receivers. That's why I was asking you if the Giants picked up James Washington. They're the team that actually needs receivers.
Yeah, they like to pick up our leftover guys as well too.
I'm just saying they don't have a lot of receiving core. They get rid of Kadarius Toney, and now he looks like he's unbelievable with the Chiefs.
Well, he looked really good with them as well too. It's just I think the turmoil that they caused and stuff. But every time that he played with them, I mean he was a weapon that you had to worry about. So when he moved on, I was happy about that. It was kind of like one thing I saw. Well, who was it? It was it Westbrook for no. Oh man. Trying to think of it. Yeah, I think it was Westbrook. And once he left, I was very happy, obviously, because he was always a running back that could gash the defense for us, and and so when he obviously was gone, I was like, oh man, finally, at least somebody that's you're putting somebody back there that this defense was just terrible then, man. The 8-8 defense, remember that? Golly, those are some really tough games, man. I think back every time I see that Clapper, that's the first thing I jump to is all those 8-8 seasons. I just wanted him gone, So
I think Philly says Jackson needs to hang it up. I think he's doing it for the money now. I really do. I think he's doing it for a paycheck because he was in his hometown with the Rams.
Yeah.
I think he was on that team that won it all, but wasn't he? Or no? Or was he? I think he was with the Rams last year.
He does have that ability. I love Weed. He says Jackson's a one-play bomb weapon.
Yeah, he does. He always seems to burn us, Weed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how. He always seems to burn us.
Whether he seems to just get healthy enough. Yeah.
Yeah, he's always burning us. So.
Yeah, Mike Aldana points that out as well as with Tooney as well. I mean, looking really good in KC. Obviously, I got to give Patrick Mahomes some credit there as well too. I mean, he's got a lot of different receivers, a lot of different receivers, and he's still kind of plugging away. Alana Walker, this Titans the Titans that should have played y'all. Look, that there's some fear there too. I mean, they have an amazing running defense. Their corners are nothing to be disappointed about. I mean, so this is a really tough defense. It's just been their offensive side not having that quarterback to kind of lead them. Tannehill, after he went down, it just hasn't been the same offense, obviously. But I mean, you don't have those weapons that they did last year. I mean, you get rid of AJ Brown and you bring in Burke, but he's still trying to figure out his whole rookie season. But you just don't have all the weapons that you did, and so of course, that's the problem that we were talking about with Derrick Henry. I mean, the first couple of years, that was the main focus of their offense, and now you're seeing it kind of repeat again, And how do you take that out?
Yeah.
You just stack the box, and you kind of dare them to throw over you. And, I mean, obviously Josh Dobbs, I mean, he has the ability to throw, and I think that's the difference that you see compared to Malik Willis. So right now they're driving. I think they just passed the 40-yard line, the first down.
Yeah, they're at the 45 of Jacksonville. That's where I'm at. Dobbs drops back, throws the ball late. First down at the 38. Or no. Yeah, he got a first down.
Glimmerman says, it's all good. Sometimes you got to reboot. Wish y'all did more shows, at least one more per week. Some mid-week stuff. We're trying to definitely figure out our footing.
Stay tuned, man. Phil's a busy man, and he's busy. He's got a lot going on. I like our 2-show a week thing. That's why we're still working out what we're going to do after the season. We really do got to work on that because I hate to do it just once a week. I'll be honest. We hop on with Mark, but it's a totally different feel because Mark talks, and I don't want to. I'm a little different here than I would be there. But I get right in, like not doing it in a week and then having internet problems. I mean, like your mind is not. You get on a roll is what I'm trying to say. It's not as easy as people think.
No.
But we'll definitely have to do at least 2 shows.
Derrick Henry Derrick Henry with a nasty stiff arm. Wow.
You know what the good thing is, people? The NFL is 12 months a year. Even when the actual playing is over, then it's free agent. Then free agency and the draft. We're going to do a lot with the draft, so stay tuned. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, Angelica's right, man.
Oh my God. Channel before the season, and darn it if we're not doing it.
We're trying. We got I mean, I didn't put it on here, but the chip challenge that we have going on as well. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, or obviously if the Cowboys make it to the Super Bowl, we definitely have that chip thing going. I have mine over there.
I got the chip challenge, man. Whenever we're ready, here it is. I'm going to prepare though. I think Jack it up good.
I think Jack Meeker hits it right on the head because I'm so thankful for you guys, Brian and Phil. This show is more like friends talking versus watching a production. Yeah, that's how it should be. I mean, I feel the most comfortable when I'm talking to my buddies about football and we're talking trash, and that's how I feel.
I don't like when I'm being talked to, honestly. So this is why this is perfect because we can interact with people and.
Yeah, you guys are very smart as well, too. Cowboy,
and for the most part, we get good stuff. We get trolls in here.
I like the trolls.
Running their mouth, but that's fine. As long as you're somewhat in the decency.
And we'll just chalk it up to the haters were messing with my internet because we're getting up there. I like the take that they were giving us earlier about that.
Yeah, right. yeah.
Being attacked.
So, 10-0. Angelica's predictions looking strong.
Yeah, you got
that was a good throw by Josh Dobbs under pressure.
You got the invisible ones as well too. Mary Alvarez talked about her braces, the possibility as older. So you got the Invisalign as well. So
Invisalign,
there's always more possibilities. I mean, that's the nice thing about the technology and everything as well. I mean, that's where and that's where the technology. I want them to bring that over to the NFL. I mean, you had in the Super Bowl where you had the eagle eye, where they were going on. Hey, come on, man, give me a better angle than just from the pylon on the floor. It's they got to do something better about that.
Multi-billion-dollar
and you're relying on 4 to 5 guys to catch flags, and oh my gosh,
just what. You had made out. I know we want to get out of here, but
no, I mean we're doing good.
This goes back to the Turpin thing. And not Turpin, the T.Y. Hilton, 3rd and 30. I watched it earlier. The fact that there wasn't a penalty called was ridiculous.
I agree. I
You
saw
had
that.
brought that up, and I just had I know we're not going back that far. I was just.
But no,
I just
these are
happened
things
to
in the
watch
season.
it, and I'm
yeah.
like you're talking about officials. Why wasn't that called interference? He literally stopped him from lifting his one arm up.
Well, I
And
mean, he was
in a
already on top
trail
of him.
technique.
Yeah.
He didn't play the ball. He was there before the ball. Why wasn't that a penalty? It took Turpin to have to juggle it and make an unbelievable catch without a flag. Man, I'm like, geez, what are they doing this? But it worked out.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's hardest when you have 500 people in the chat. Yeah, that chat just going. Just but no.
Stare at it.
Yeah, that's how it is. You're trying to get reading the Matrix and stuff. You're like, it's like, oh, maybe if I could feel it, the negativity, what's going on there? Where's the hate? Like I remember. So yeah, I was gonna jump on the whole thing where I remember taking my girl to the first Cowboys game of her first Cowboys game and I remember even just taking
Tampa?
to a regular. Yeah, we were. It was Tampa. When they came in, but. The one that I remember the more is when we were going to a Miami game. I think Miami was playing. Oh, I can't remember who they were playing. It was just somebody that it was not the Cowboys, and I was like, okay, we're gonna be wearing our Cowboys jerseys in here. I was like, just get ready to get it from both sides. At least when you go to a game where you have your team there, you have your fellow Cowboy Nation, and you can root with them. And yeah, you do your silly stuff, and you only hear trash talking from the one side. But if any fan knows, and you put your Cowboy jersey on, and you're going into a game where there's both other teams, you're going to hear it from both sides, and it does not stop. And so I kind of warned her. I was like, we're going to get it from both sides.
Don't take her to Philly.
I
will tell you.
Yeah, I'm never going to do that.
You go.
Okay, so what's going on here? So as I look down, got punt return
by Jags. That's
okay, number 39. Is it? They needed some little life there.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about with Jacksonville, though, too. I mean,
Michael Dana, they don't like doing that. I don't like the rest as an excuse, and we won the game. I just happened to see it again, and I'm like, I remember Phil saying, I didn't really notice too much. I was more caught up with the amazing play that T.Y. Hilton did, and I'm like, man, that was a penalty. Is this what we're going to deal with in the playoffs? It's scary that it's that bad. And something like that can't be reviewed if need be, but whatever. That's the way it is.
Yeah, oh yeah, there you go. Jack Meeker's like, used to have to go to the local sports bar to see the Cowboys game, and it's Bills Giants town. So yeah, feels the feeling of wearing the Cowboys jersey.
I hear you, Jack. Man. Yeah, I hear you.
And Buffalo people are a little bit nicer. I mean, obviously they have their little the hatred towards us because they lost 2 Super Bowls.
Well, what Mark brought up is 100% true. Okay, any of us that are still Cowboys fans, how in the heck are we bandwagon? How are we bandwagon fans?
Yes.
If we're still repping the Cowboys, there's no way that we're bandwagon fans. We've won 2 playoff games, I believe.
It feels that
last
way.
27 years.
Yeah.
We're not bandwagon. We're diehard Cowboys fans for whatever reason, and you don't have to analyze me to, because that's the big thing around here. Well, did you grow up in Dallas? Well, actually. No, but if you really need to know, my father was born in Oklahoma, but he was raised in Dallas, Texas. And I can go on and on. I got family in Texas, but that's not why I'm a fan. I'm a fan because, my father was a Cowboy fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I got pictures of me in a onesie, sitting in front of a TV with the Dallas game on.
Yeah, I was a kid.
That's all I ever know.
My family didn't like football. I was attracted to the Star. That was what got me as a kid. And then obviously football kind of came, and I was more into college at the time, but I still rooted for the Cowboys. And I went through the 1-15 season, and I was like, oh my God, did I just pick the worst team?
Disappointed my whole adolescent life. It wasn't until after I was out of high school that we won something in the 90s. And it was unbelievable. But it's been since 95. That was the end. Jimmy Johnson, after 93, Jimmy Johnson left. 93, 94, and then
That's one thing I started doing as Mike's talking. And we're talking about history and stuff. He goes, "I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I don't even wear my Dallas Cowboys merch." Sometimes, and I get it. One thing I don't do
I
unless
wear
I'm
mine,
unless I'm
but I
going
don't
to
wear
a game.
jerseys anymore.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
just
what I
hang
was gonna
them
say.
up.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
wear the
anti-
jerseys.
I
as
mean, like
much.
if I go to a Dallas game,
That's when I'll wear it.
normally I don't wear a jersey.
Okay.
Normally I'm wearing something. Because it's been so long. It's almost, I'm kind of numb. Like in big games, I expect to be let down. So I'm kind of like rooting. I used to be loud and brash. Now I'm just kind of like quiet and just when it gets tight.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah, because you know how that
that's
karma
how it
is.
is.
You know how that karma is, man. It burns.
I'm gonna let it all go once we win it all again.
Oh yeah, and then you can look back at the season. That's why I'm like, I think this is a very special year. I think you keep bringing it up, Stuart Morrison. You feel that whole thing.
I do.
I feel like even with our first years of streaming, I feel something magic in the air. And I again, people can talk all they want about previous years. Again, a different coaching regime, doing different things within our history. Again, what we are used to in the past how many years, and everybody wants to point that out again. Is it different? Do you feel a different culture? Nice. About the Christian Kirk makes a 25-yard TD reception.
Nice. There we go.
Yeah, so now we got a game going on.
Wake up.
There we go. Oh, nice little move. Crossing. Yeah.
There's the mustache. He's happy. The oil czar.
Yeah, there's some NFL owners that always give me the creeps as I was growing up. I know when I saw the Atlanta's owner, I swear he was a vampire.
Oh.
Like
who? Home Depot?
Yeah, no, whoever owns the Atlanta Falcons guy.
Yeah, he's the Home Depot owner.
Is he?
Yeah, he owns Home Depot, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Arthur Blank.
Yeah,
I think Arthur Blank owns Home Depot, right?
And then you got the Raiders guy that can't buy a nice haircut. Like there was.
Oh, dude, that's like they literally put a bowl on his head and snipped around it.
Yeah,
the bowl cut, and then he straightened it out.
It's bad. I'm just like, does he do his own hair? Tell me at least he does it himself. Like, it's just. So I mean, yeah, there was a lot of guys.
Daniel, I'm in Williamstown. I'm over the bridge. If you go over either Walt Whitman or Ben Franklin Bridge, I'm about a half hour going towards AC.
Yeah, I'm down in Florida. I'm loving my Florida weather right now.
Down in the islands, yeah.
That's why my internet is crappy at times.
I'm heading that way soon, bud.
Yeah, well, you're more than welcome, man. We already have things planned. So hopefully we're celebrating a nice Super Bowl win and feeling good about it.
That's what I'm thinking.
And then we can start doing. I think we're at that point where we start thinking about merch. We're starting to think about giving some stuff away as well too.
Once we do that, it's going to be cool for everybody. I ain't going to say too much now. We're going to surprise you. But yeah, it'll be fun. Dude, you drink ramen.
Empty ramen noodle cup.
My boys love ramen.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
At least two of my boys. That pizza on the counter. No, I'll give you some ramen. I don't want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, just trust me. There was a lot of owner stuff. I mean, and then again, we jumped on that as well too before. But I mean, when I saw the Raiders and what they would do during the draft, and Art Rooney, and oh my God, that was some loony. There was some loony stuff there.
Rooney.
Yeah, I mean, and then obviously Philly booing during the draft. So there's a lot of history and a lot of different teams.
I will have to give it to David Akers. He had a great speech. I mean, if I was an Eagle fan, I would love that.
But it has to come from
Drew Pearson's speech.
Yes.
It was the same type of deal. So I like that, but I'm just telling you, in Philly, it's different. They really go after you personally.
There's a hatred.
If you're a heavy person, they'll call you fat.
Well, I mean, they just go for the physical stuff.
Listen, I'm sorry. I've been there for years.
They don't know you personally, so they just go for the physical stuff. That's what I'm saying.
They don't really care about anything. So I've seen them. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff over there at the vet, I should say.
Yeah, that's where I was at.
Veterans Stadium. That was some nasty stuff happened in that place. But anyway,
Yeah,
Been
so
good.
Did you want to
Wrap it
continue on, and are you broadcasting this game? I don't know if anybody in the chat they want to just keep going. Do we have Mark maybe that's on as well too? I know Mark likes to broadcast on during the game as well.
I don't know that he's on.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him. I think he might be. I think he might be prepping for his stuff tomorrow. Let me take a look real quick to see.
Tailgate.
Yeah, I mean he has quite a bit of stuff that he has. I mean he has a whole bunch of people coming in. No, I don't see that he's broadcasting.
Yeah, he's not. No, he's not. Giants giving Eagles just what they want, an easy game. Yeah, he must be listening to us.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean, but is any game really in the NFL extremely easy?
Well,
I mean,
like
you're
I
definitely
said,
good setup,
the bottom
right?
line is the Eagles have to win it, and they have to play their players. I'm just hoping it's a close game in the third quarter. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
You know, you give me a 3-point game halftime. I'll love it.
So right now, Josh Dobbs tonight, he's 10 for 12, got 90 yards, one TD, and 0 interceptions. So I mean, he's playing very well within the offense. Obviously, now you have a guy in their backfield that defense has to worry about. So obviously now the attention isn't on him. So I think that's definitely a compliment for him. But you got to get that rhythm going for Henry as well too. I don't even know what Henry's stats are tonight. I haven't seen too many of his runs yet. So, I mean, I have seen that vicious stiff arm that he did give, though, to Jenkins. So, I mean, I think you pointed out as I saw the WWE thing where it's just where this is Derrick Henry coming back from injury. It's just kind of the fake thing. Like, I'm just resting up. I was just kind of getting my momentum.
Well, nobody wanted to win that division. So somebody going to win it. It might as well be them.
Oh, who's the worst fan base, Eagles or Giants? Oh, man, I got to give it to the Eagles.
Nah, it's got to be the Eagles. I'm sorry. I know if anybody's listening. But, I mean, I think Philly fans in general are great. The Eagles fans.
Yeah, I know. I get you. I definitely get you. And there's some rough ones. I mean, especially even on Twitter. You definitely have a heart there. Even the guy that got in trouble for every time somebody has a death thing, he has to make a comment about it, and just being happy. It just there's a lot of frustrations in that sense of what they say sometimes just to talk, just to hear themselves talk. So they don't even know what's going to happen until they're done talking. So you can definitely see the frustration there. But I mean, I know there's a lot of Eagle fans though too that are legitimate. They know their stuff. I mean, you got Twiz Digga that likes to be in here, and he definitely knows his stuff
cool,
as
though.
well.
He's very.
You got he
doesn't really talk shit at all.
No, I mean Sam Rowe. I mean,
I don't
there's a lot of guys.
If you do. Just bring some knowledge and don't just be.
Yeah, I mean they do. I mean they definitely.
You can tell when somebody comes in here and they have an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell. It doesn't take a rocket science. Oh, I gotta tell you about a DM I got.
Okay.
A little earlier. I'm not gonna say it now, but.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Sorry.
No.
Nathaniel Luciano. Oh, okay. You're probably more than an hour. Yeah. Yeah. David Morrison. The Giants are playing Webb against it. Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. I was looking at the line. That's how I know. Just like our game, line kept going up and up and up. So the Eagles happen to have another line go down. They're going to be one and done. I already feel that way anyway. It could happen. It could happen. Really could.
Yeah, and I agree with that too. Lord Bronson be a little salty on his content. Yeah, I mean.
Why? Look, what's his problem?
No, I mean, you see him. He was always pointing stuff out to Coles and all those. And
Lord Brunson picks and chooses what he... Listen, sometimes, I may not make everybody happy, but he picks and chooses what he wants to say. He's a troll.
Well, I mean, you see a majority of his stuff is Cowboy stuff.
That's all he does. He's just stirring the pot.
Yeah, which I mean, good for him. Good for him. That's what you're supposed to do
fine,
against rivals.
I don't look at him like he's any knowledge. I was hoping he would go to Marks when I was there because I think he's just a troll. That's what I honestly think he is, and he's allowed to be. That's his right.
Yep, and I think that's where you see a lot of the NFCs.
If you can't look at my team and give me any respect, then you got to go, bro.
Right now, you got Tennessee. I mean, we got about just under 2 minutes left. And,
Yeah, we'll take it to halftime.
Yeah, I think so as well,
I
too.
got to roll.
The Titans are having a little bit of a drive going. Josh Dobbs is feeling pretty comfortable.
Yeah, we got 10-7, 155. I got 155 where I'm at left. And you got the Titans got the ball. So it's a good game. I mean, that was a big drive by Jacksonville.
Yeah, to
now,
make
of course, they go to commercial. I guess that's the 2-minute warning.
2 minute warning. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of slowly getting behind it. I thought I was kind of worried that Jacksonville would kind of run away with this. I think when you look in the first game, Jacksonville kind of was just taking over because they were still in a little shock of what was happening with Tannehill, and so that's why I was kind of worried that maybe this won't be a game, even though. Hey, they're fighting for the division, and I think that's where you're going to see the defense kind of claw and scratch a little bit to try to. But hey, man, Tennessee has come out and played a really good game, and it's Jacksonville that kind of needs to wake up a little bit. And so, yeah, you're definitely seeing that. So, going forward, who do you have now that you're seeing that the teams are playing? Who do you have coming out of this now? You change your opinion?
What, of this game?
Yeah.
No, I still like Jags to win the game. I think they have more firepower. I think they have to get it going.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Henry's really running the ball. I think ultimately the Jags will win, probably by a field goal. But either way, I hope it's a good game. AFC, I don't really care too much about it.
Yeah, no,
all
exactly.
I do know is I think that everybody's on the same page, probably thinking that Bills are going to somehow get to the Super Bowl with everything that's happened to that team. Who's not going to root for the Bills? Over the Chiefs. If I just think that's where it's going. I mean, who else is going to give those two teams a run?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I
true.
don't know.
I mean, playoff football, teams getting hot at the right time. Jacksonville. Yeah. I'm not saying Jacksonville's going to go out and just defeat anybody, but they do have that ability in the team to upset somebody, and you wouldn't really be shocked if they did. You saw, obviously, Kansas City losing to a team like Indianapolis Colts. I mean, obviously, any team can lose to any other team, and that's the reason why they're NFL teams. But, I mean, you could see the upset as well there, too. I mean, and it would.
Looking at the AFC,
let me put it there.
The Chiefs won.
Yeah,
Bills. I can see the Bengals.
See the
That's
Bengals.
About it.
The Bengals getting hot as well, too. Yeah.
You got Chargers, Ravens. Yeah, Ravens always have a shot, but not.
But they always seem to disappoint you.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I think your strong teams are coming out. I mean, other than the Bills and the Chiefs and the Bengals, I guess.
So Josh Dobbs throws a first down to. It looks like the tight end was it Hooper. Yeah, I think it was.
Austin Hooper.
Yeah, Austin Hooper. Yeah, about to the 40-yard line. They're slowly driving down the field. Got out of bounds.
Josh Dobbs looks good.
Yeah. I mean, you need a spark, and I think that's what he's getting you. I mean, again, a practice squad guy. If he leads them into the playoffs, can you give us a little bit more?
A year or what?
I heard that. I thought there was a possibility that he was going to come back. So I mean, but you're hearing. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe if they can get into the playoffs, but. Maybe if he can lead this team to a division and get into the playoffs, maybe we get a little bit more respect for the Dallas defense and what they was able to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're not playing the greatest defense for them, but at the same time, they couldn't rest everybody. It wasn't preseason where you had like 90 people on the roster and you could rest all your starters. They were playing people in there as well. You just weren't seeing that star quarterback. Did they have a star quarterback? You didn't just see the star running back at least. So Dobbs going back to pass. Now he's rolling out. He's trying to escape. He's definitely not looking downfield and picks up the first down and gets to about the 45-yard line. So, yeah, about a minute, 5 seconds left. He's kind of balling right now. He's feeling comfortable. No eyebrows.
No eyebrows. Yeah, well, he can give him a field goal.
Yeah, more wind resistant. He can just... Good for him, man. It's... getting a chance. Obviously in Cleveland, I think our quarterback's kind of cursed over there, where they don't seem to. You got a star. You got Baker Mayfield, and now he's what do you think Baker does? Does he re-sign with the Rams? Do you think that's a better situation because you don't know what's going to happen with Stafford?
I think he might actually resign as the backup to the Rams.
Yeah, I think that would be smart.
And have Stafford. I think Stafford's coming back, and then have Baker.
Yeah, I mean, but
Baker's got to realize that he's probably not a starter in the league anymore unless he's on.
I think he could be. I think if he
he could be. But
think about if he went to Miami.
Opportunities.
Like if he goes to Miami, he would kind of fill in what
he's going to be
Tua
like
was.
the Tyrod Taylor type, where he'll go to a new team and be the
Get that
starter.
spark, and then all of a sudden, start to.
Derrick Henry's limping a little bit. Tired. He's probably winded.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing for a little while.
Yeah.
Man, he's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
Yeah, David Morrison says, I think Dallas' D will play better. Especially when you start getting some of these starters back, Hankins, LVE. I mean, you're trying to figure out what you have in the corners. So, I mean, they are playing better. Deshaun Wright, as much as he's a safety, he's been doing pretty well in those spots. You got Deron Bland that's just done an amazing job. You got Diggs, obviously, is our star corner. Oh, Josh Dobbs throws a pass to Hooper again, and now they're down to like the 25-yard line, but the play is running, about 48 seconds going. He's calling, he's doing it. He's watching them, man. He's definitely he's got command of this offense. He goes back to pass. Looks like nope, drop on the sideline. Burks drops it. I think the good defensive pass. Nope, Burks says that it was him. I dropped it. I thought that was a guy, I think, going into this draft where I saw, for example, that there was a chance that we were going to get Burks. But, I was not totally disappointed when we got, I can't even remember because he hasn't done anything all year. Who was our wide receiver that we drafted? Oh, my God.
Sorry, I was...
No, our third round receiver that we drafted that hasn't played anything. Tolbert,
Jalen Tolbert, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean I was hoping that Burks was going to be that guy, but he was gone by the time we were thinking.
Jalen Tolbert. I told you about him. His first year in college, he had a half dozen catches. He didn't have a big year. He's a guy. Once he's comfortable, he's got all the skills. He just got to get comfortable, play with a little confidence.
I think that was a theme
with him to have a better year.
Yeah, I think that was a theme within our wide receiver core. I mean, you look at, for example, James Washington with the release and everything. He just wasn't that guy. I didn't put all my faith into him, but I definitely thought I saw him making a bigger impact. And I saw him being injured, but I thought at least he would get some games underneath his belt before he got injured. So, thank you. I love weed. But I mean, hey, when you look at the rest of the rookies, what do you think about Tyler Smith? I mean, you mentioned that he definitely looks like he hit a rookie wall. Do you like him better inside now, or do you want him back outside and Peters backing him up?
I think he has to play. Right now, he's going to have to play guard. But assuming we have Ibiadish, I think he plays tackle.
Okay, Josh Dobbs, throw it, dude. Throw it away, dude. Oh man.
Yeah, I think you have Peters play is a swing tackle backup. That's what I would want from her. He doesn't want to play right side. Ooh, that was horrible.
Yeah, I was throw it away. But I understand why you. Yeah, I mean you run the thing, and man, that was a vicious hit by 47.
Yeah, so I expect if Ibiadish is back, then we'll just leave Tyler at left tackle and McGovern at left guard. I think Peters is going to be
good backup. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So it looks like Tennessee going to try to go for the field goal. There's definitely a weird third down call. I'm not really sure what that was.
There was a pass that they had covered up.
But he rolled out to where he had no receivers.
He was trying to run around to see if somebody could come open.
Yeah, I think that's what you had the problem. Well, I mean, the problem is your receivers didn't even see that the quarterback was in trouble and didn't try to come back to the quarterback. So, I mean, Josh Dobbs needs a little bit of help from the receivers to, don't just run out there and run your routes,
Yep.
So, but again, that's what you have when you don't have the chemistry right there. We got a new quarterback coming in. You got the receivers that have been here, so you don't have that camaraderie. Oh, he's in trouble. He likes to run out. I should run with him. So yeah.
Time out. They're gonna freeze him. Nice.
3 seconds left. Tennessee right now is up 10-7. So, I mean, going to the halftime, up 13. I think Jacksonville is a little bit of a wake-up call. I could definitely see them coming out and just all of a sudden start moving the ball around. But, again, is it because of the big, important game? You got some people that are nervous. I think that could definitely be a big factor as well.
Yeah.
And I think you're right, Glimmer, man. You dropped Washington because of Hilton, and Hilton was able to step up. I think we were talking about that, whether it was the zone or whether it was a man. You need a receiver that can, hey, I need to be able to, I got a zone coverage.
Cornerback, too.
Yeah, I want a zone guy. Oh, let me just stop. Nobody's trailing me. Let me just stop in this zone. And I was talking about that part. I was talking about the man coverage. If he sees somebody trailing him, he doesn't just stop. He just keeps going because he knows somebody's trailing him. He got man coverage.
It's good.
But the stuff that I wasn't factoring in was the fact that he was drawing flags at right times. I mean, we need a first down, and on third down, he's going through the corner, knowing that the corner has to hold him and drawing that flag. So there was some veteran stuff there that, hey, man, I love that part of it. I think that's what you're hoping when you get with these corners. Mackenzie Alexander, even when he was in there for a little bit, I like the fact that you had Diggs, Bland, and a veteran corner that can show you flashes, and I think that's what you have with Xavier Woods. Can Dan Quinn sprinkle a little bit of magic on him and pull some years out? I mean, his name was always popping up, and I think the injuries were kind of there, and the concussions that he was having in Miami. But I'm hoping that he can flash some stuff. Maybe you're gonna third down and they throw deep, and Xavier Rhodes gives it a little bat. That's what you need. That one play that Kevin Joseph was gonna allow that. I mean, that's where you see with the Mike Evans things. Kevin Joseph, I mean, he was trailing Jacksonville receivers, and Trevor Lawrence was just throwing all over him. So that's the thing that you fear. It's not the fact that it's when he's not on Diggs. Diggs is not on him, and Diggs can give up that play occasionally. But I like the fact that Diggs at least goes for interceptions. I mean, so I finish with my rant right there.
No, you're good.
Cowboys need to decide going into next season if they're going to leave Taylor Smith at left guard or left tackle, because they need to figure out if they're going to bring Tyron Smith back.
No, he's going to be a left tackle.
Well, yeah, and then Mike Modana's like, yeah, that's something they need to figure out. I mean, I want to keep
left tackle. I'm just saying.
I want to keep investing in this offensive line.
It's evident that they don't feel comfortable having Jason Peters play a whole game anywhere, really.
Yeah.
Let alone, So
I think there's only two positions that I would be okay with if they didn't take an O lineman in the first round, a D lineman with the defensive tackle, or a wide receiver, because you're trying to just give somebody on the opposite side of Lamb. And Gallup is, Gallup's going to be your guy that's going to flash, and I don't mind that as well, but he definitely, there's times where he definitely needs to step up, and I think Bryan has pointed this out. You need to get him involved early in order to get him, hey, I'm in the game. I'm taking toe taps on the sideline. He's always that guy for us, so I'm not going to rip on him too much. You got Dalton Schultz. I think we haven't talked about the tight ends. That's one position that we haven't talked about, but Schultz, being a security blanket, being available, I think that's what previous years where Blake Jarwin was here with him. I mean, you still had Schultz was hurt all the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so I mean, we're into halftime as well. We went for quite a bit of time. We had a rough little start in the beginning, but
Yeah, I didn't think we were going this long.
Yeah, 2.5 hours later.
I drank way too much water to be going this long.
But this is what the crowd has been craving, some talking, and I think this is what we're feeling a little bit more comfortable about these games.
I went through my topics about an hour ago.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is. I think we're getting our second win as well. But yeah, I mean, there's nobody else broadcasting as well, too.
I'm with you. 15, 20 plays, that's it.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'm sorry, but
I think we should ask the chat.
Realize that.
Do you guys want us to continue, and then maybe and Bryan can go use whatever the little girl's room that he needs to, or
you guys, if you want to stay in here,
if you guys, I know there's nobody else broadcasting. I think that's the reason why. I mean, usually you have Mark, or usually you have some other channel that's broadcasting that you can kind of, Law Nation.
Let me go handle something.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You got the floor then. All right.
Oh yeah, thank you, because I haven't. You could have been going on my rant, dude. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited about this team. I know we're talking about this. We got a great chat as well going too. We're talking about next season, but yeah. I mean, what do you do again when we're talking about Mike Aldana's question? Cowboys need to decide what to do with him. I think that was a big thing. I was wondering about that this year. If you saw me in the beginning of the year, I did not want Tyler Smith to be moved from that left tackle position. I wanted the growing pains. I just wanted him to get it over with, to be like a Terrence Steele. Where that Terrence Steele, I was really questioning that move. But that's one thing that I say about this coaching staff that I have to give them credit about, is anytime that I've been wrong, it's always been about the offensive line. And, oh, no, we're good there. And I'm feeling great about this upcoming season. And look at them, man. They did really well. Again, they have had their problems, but, yeah, that's what he got. Go hit the pee-pee room. That's exactly what he was. The marathon show. I like it. Yeah, exactly. He needs to get it better prepared. That's his problem, man. He's getting older. They can't control the bladder. He's gonna hurt me later on. But it's kind of like in the games. What happens in the games when all of a sudden somebody has to use the restroom? They put the towel up and they're just like, come on, man. We know what's going on there. You got the tent. Go use the tent now. Yeah, you're gonna have that always. I'm amazed Mark does it as well as he does. He has always these people coming over with his amazing cooking, and as much crap as I give him about the cooking, I'm a little jealous. I haven't been able to do anything like that. I think Sky High is sitting here really well on this one. I guess Philman is doing his thing, and that's one coach I cannot stand. As much as Kellen Moore's that's Philman is that guy that I saw him in Miami when he was coaching here, and I just never saw anything exciting about him. I know he did his thing in Green Bay, so when McCarthy brought him over, I'm like, I guess at least he's not making head coaching decisions. So Jack Meeker says, I still want Tyler at left tackle, but this season gives us another two position players that makes it easier for us to deal with injuries. And that's true. That's the nice thing about what this front office is doing, is bringing in. I mean, obviously there was Eagle fans giving us crap about getting Peters and, he's not. We don't need him to be that guy all the time. We just need him for moments. I think that's what we show. T.Y. Hilton, T.Y. Hilton's going to do. Well, we need him for moments, and that's what you're seeing, a chemistry between him and Dak that, he can feel comfortable going to him, and he's a guy that's going to be more inside. And if you can rely on your tight end and your slot receiver, that's all you can ask. When does CeeDee Lamb destroy it? When he's in the slot, when you have him in motion. So I definitely agree in that. You have the luxury because of what the front office has done. That's what I'm hoping Xavier Rhodes is going to do. Mackenzie Alexander, those guys in the playoffs, will they be able to step up? So that's going to be a big thing. And then David Morrison says, I feel Dallas will be ready and the things are different this year. Can only hope. Been way long. And that's the truth. That's what I was talking about earlier, was that this is a different team. Like, I know, Kyle Brandt, those guys want, dude, you got to prove it. They're going to prove it. He believes in Cleveland every single year, but he can't believe in the Cowboys because of a little 12-12. No, I mean, he doesn't believe in Mike McCarthy and his one Super Bowl. And, but bring Sean Payton in here, that one Super Bowl. I mean, come on.
It's been 27 years.
Yeah,
that's what he's.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to bring up history when it comes to us, but he doesn't want to bring up history when it comes to the Jets. Come on now, I want to believe in them every single time. Yeah,
I'm at the point now, though. They have a point.
I mean, they do. They do.
To hold this team accountable for the last 27 years.
Boom.
That's what's stupid.
Go ahead.
But in the overall picture, we're at a proven moment. We got to do it. I mean, I feel like we wasted Tony Romo without having a defense. I feel like we, wasted Tony Romo without having a good defense. Or we had a decent defense and no O-line, but he pretty much had an O-line for the most part. There was a couple years where there was injury. I don't want to waste Dak. I think Dak's too good not to win a Super Bowl. And I think that's the only thing that's going to legitimize him in the minds of most.
Haters.
It's always going to be the haters.
Mm-hmm. I think he has a beautiful story. I love watching his drafting story, kind of like Parsons. When Parsons wanted to be a Cowboy, his family, wished it, by him talking about it, he wished it to existence. It was a great marriage right off the bat. I think, when you hear Dak's story, the mother, how she was a Cowboy fan, and she always wanted her son to be part of the Cowboys. to see that happen as well, that's a very beautiful story. And just when you hear the negativity that comes behind it, it's like, I know when I heard about him in Mississippi State, I mean, there was leadership. When I saw him play in the beginning, there was something I told my younger brother. I was like, this guy has something. He has some leadership qualities. I like when he talks. It was just kind of the same thing when I saw Romo. It was third string. I was like, hey, this number 9 has something. A little Brett Favre-ish where he kind of throws some bad passes. But, at least I think with Romo, I mean, everybody can give him crap about all this stuff, but at least in mine, he gave me hope. When our offensive line wasn't great, he was running around back there, and by the time his mind caught up with the rest of it,
he would let you down when he had everything.
Yeah,
he would let you down. But at the end, I was a Romo guy, but he just would let you down. But he wasn't dealing with an Aikman team. There was a lot of flaws on those teams.
Yeah,
they had skill positions. He did, but I just felt like, man, they had an opportunity.
Yeah, they did. There was a lot of those. I mean, that TO year that he had, I mean, there was a great team there, and it wasn't done in the playoffs, and it wasn't surprising because of what? He was never adapting to anything. I think that's where you see this team. Obviously, there's some slow starts. There's some times where they get in their own way. I think that's very Cowboy-ish for past years. But the fact that they adjust, I think that's something they never did before. I mean, they would always come out and go, all right, let's just go ahead and start ramming our head into the wall again and then see if it is a different result. Where you see some, okay, we're going to change it up. We're going to do this on defense.
You got Mary. You have a good night.
Yeah, I knew it, Romo Prime. Yeah, they're off the bat. That's how I was getting it for my love weed. I'm going to head out. I hope you have a blessed rest of y'all nights. God bless y'all. Yeah, thank you, Mary. I appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, this is kind of, we were definitely not planning on pushing this show, but I
think it's time now.
Yeah.
I want to save some for next. I think it's time. It was good. It was a surprise that we went this long.
Yeah. So, okay. I'm good for that as well, too. You guys, obviously, we're going to be back on Monday to talk about it. I know I've been in the little talks with Kyle.
People are going to see the thumbnail and go, man, that's a long preview.
Yeah, man. What do they have to say about Washington?
The hell were they talking about?
With every little move, the financial, the financial things of Washington. Yeah, we're talking about everything. Like, that's a big breakdown. You got to first skip the first
Jack
15 minutes.
Real quick, Phil, I'm with Jack. I don't watch those shows anymore, man. The only time I'm going to watch it is the day after we win a Super Bowl. I just can't watch that. I can't watch First Take. I can't watch it for very long. I'll like Undisputed. I just can't because I know what's going to happen. I was going to joke again. I can't. The joy of me watching those shows. We all love watching it after we know the outcome.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's when it's fun. But I'm done with that, man. I can't. It really is bad. We need to win it for my health going forward.
Oh yes. Let's bring some of it. Let's rejuvenate.
I'm just gonna call it.
No.
I'm tired of answering the question.
Oh my God! Yes, Murray's fumble in that playoff game. There's a lot of heartache there.
Every one of these hit me right in the. It's like a liver punch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It definitely reminds me of Fever Pitch when he goes in a little depression. He's watching the Boston Red Sox and all their misery stuff, and he's like,
Hey, how about the interception at the goal line against the Giants? That Patrick Creighton should have caught the ball.
Or the time
we had
before,
to buy. We were the number 1 overall seed.
Yeah.
We lost to the Giants, who ended up winning the Super Bowl.
This is why I don't have cable.
Giants.
The catch, yes, exactly. I mean? Oh, the catch. That one's the catch, yes. That one. Oh, I really felt we had a good team there. I had
FYI, he caught it.
Yeah, 2 catches, actually.
Anyway, you guys know where I'm at with the whole thing.
Jeff Lee comes in.
I can't watch that stuff anymore. We need to win one and get it behind us.
Yes.
Now what?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Let's reset that whole clock. I think, again, I love the coaching staff that we have here. There are some growing pains, whether Kellen Moore is going to be here next year or not.
There's
definitely some guys. If he is gone and he gets a head coaching job, I understand because of the offense and how they were moving. So you can understand why he would. I mean, you need some offensive-minded coach to go to Denver to kind of rejuvenate whatever Wilson is on, bring him down off his high horse, and just kind of get that team going. I mean, you got a lot of draft picks that you're not going to have because of what you gave up to give it to them. So obviously you're not going to get a guy like Sean Payton because you got nothing to give other capital, you know. So So I mean, there's a lot of going to be shifting in the NFL. I just think if you're able to get that offensive coordinator kind of to his next position, it gives Mike McCarthy the ability to hire who he wants. And I think he's proven us right that, hey, man, when I hire who I want in this coaching staff, it's shown results. So, again, I could go on a rant about that as well, too. So, but we'll cut it all there, and we'll be back on Monday. We'll talk about this victory that we're going to definitely deserve, because we need to get some victories under us, and that's the reason why even if you weren't playing for anything now, play your starters, because we've seen what this team does when you don't. You know, we don't want to treat it like a preseason game where we're coming off a bye week. You know how this team is about bye weeks and somehow not showing up that next following week, even though you've had more time.
Go Cowboys, baby.
Yeah, go Cowboys, go Cowboys, go Cowboys. But anything you want to say?
We'll know this time tomorrow. We'll know what's going on.
So yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys watching this, sticking with us.
To come on tomorrow and just get it over with. Well, you know what I mean. It would be nice to come on right after the game, But we'll do it Monday.
Yeah, I mean that gets more emotions, especially if you're upset about anything. Refs getting involved or any of that. So we don't know who the refs are.
Maybe in the playoffs we'll do that. Yeah, maybe in the playoffs.
So, but again, guys, I appreciate you guys sticking through with our internet connections and all of this stuff. So I appreciate you guys sticking through, talking to us about it, watching the game as they start the second half. But most of all, don't forget to what, Brian? And I don't even have my bell around.
Always ring that bell.
There it is. I found it.
Hey! We know each other. He's a friend from work.
What you do? You're like a little screw loose type of guy, and that's how I am. So I'm digging it, big guy. I am.
Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I am you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
GameTime Bryan, otherwise known as the mailman here.
Cool name. Superpowers?
Broadcasting from the illustrious Jobu Studio.
Come on, are you going to tell me who that is?
Primetime Phil. And of course, my co-host, GameTime Bryan.
Oh, Jesus Christ, this place is going to explode. $100,000, I don't even need to hear it.